Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with the growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Rise and grind, wanna show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances, cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Boom. Wake up, wake up. Rise and grind, morning show.
Yep, you already know what time it is. Welcome to one of the greatest shows on Earth, well, that's EARF, Earth. Welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show, y'all. We do this every Monday through Friday. You heard the intro, you seen the intro, you know this is what we do. We'll get to that. What's wrong? Okay, don't worry about it. We got you. Somebody got to go between your legs. Listen, so right now, this is the Rise and Grind Morning Show. No, it's not. It's probably disconnected. Praise God. You know what you didn't explain. I turned it on. Oh, now you want control. Who you think you is, Jay-Z? Oh, my God. Yo, Guru. Tell my head set up, yo. Anyway, welcome to Rise and Grind Morning Show, y'all. Today is a good day. It's sunny outside. Looks like we're going to have good weather today. Is that true?
81. It's going to be 80-something today, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, it's going to be 80-something.
I'm ready.
You ready? You ready for it?
To do what?
To be outside.
To be outside. That's all she's going to do, be outside. Anyway, so y'all listen today. We got the beautiful actress extraordinaire, one line, one hit taker. She just said one line and everything. All the words come out of her mouth is beautiful. People call me all the time and ask me, is she single? Is she single? That should be her middle name. Brittany, are you single? Chanel. Ladies and gentlemen, Brittany Chanel.
Good morning.
That's what everybody be like, is she single, dog?
I've been hearing that people been saying that.
That's all they be asking me. Hey, man, you know, I mean.
That's all you good for.
This song fucking good for whatever. Hey, Miles, what's up? Is Brittany single? Goddamn it, say hello. I mean,
But
how
at
I'm
least,
doing.
listen, what I will say is
Well, they must
they're
not
asking
be
the right person.
Well, yeah.
Well, Miles must not think that.
Yeah, no. Now, what I will say is that he will protect you. He's like, yeah, no.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
He does. Miles does protect.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I would definitely like, nope.
He said real defensive. Yeah, no.
Lake, they both protect me, and thank y'all for that. I appreciate it.
But Lake a little bit more brutal.
You're like, I
respect it though. Like,
no, for real. Lake be like, nope, get up, bye, go. Okay.
I feel like if when something comes along, like y'all be like, yo,
yeah,
and then at the reception, it would be like Miles and Lake.
No.
Miles and Lake had a part of this.
Yeah.
You know, I need to say something.
We'll on the other side of your mother and father like, yep.
I want to have a speech at the wedding because I got something to say.
Brian, I'm going to say, I got
like,
a speech
sir, you made it. You.
I'm like, she didn't even throw away the shorts. Yeah, so today...
No, she going to wear more. She going to wear more.
Let me tell you something about my gas station chronicle. So today was kind of crazy. I pulled up in the gas station, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're in the gas station. Pissed off because the coffee machine wasn't working, right? Then I told him to give me 10 on 5, and then I drove off. Didn't even get my damn gas.
That is why we're listening.
10
One
on
of them
5.
times I would go back.
Yeah.
You be.
I'm going
you just
back.
be giving away
No,
money at this
listen,
point.
I'm going back because he can't deny it. He gonna be
No,
like,
you need to go back right now.
all right, I go ahead, Sasha. I'll be back. Anyway, no, Brittany don't got no big ass grapes, but she definitely a grape finder today. And them grapes look like they come straight out of radiation. They all green.
You know, I don't really like them too much.
I could tell because they're not gone. You still got a whole bag
Yeah,
full of them.
I'm not really a fan of them.
They look like
I'ma finish 'em.
It happens sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish them, but I don't really like
But y'all was
them.
telling me about a movie called Forever that's on Netflix.
I gotta get to the good part.
That's what she said.
Let me tell you something.
That's what she
Let me
said.
tell y'all something. It's a TV series on Netflix called Forever. Baby,
Yeah.
this is a black love story
Oh, Lord.
between teenagers, and it just talks about your first love, your first experience, your first everything. It just takes you back.
It's not bad, y'all. I did turn my
Shani is in
I
like
turned
third episode.
my TV
Are you going to episode
on.
4 or 3?
Three. I mean, like the beginning stages, not quite the middle, but I at least made it to 3.
Listen, that's big news for you.
Yeah, I'm like, I gotta go to sleep. I can't.
For
keep
Shani to
up with
you didn't
this.
even send out the text. That's
No.
how I know that you got involved in it. Listen, from the
I
first
usually send out a text.
from the first episode, it catches you.
It
It's a phenomenal story.
cinematography is great.
The music is great. The casting is great. It's a really, really good story. Y'all gonna like it.
The music is great because it's stuff that we listen to now.
Well, it's in modern times, so it's a book by I think it's Judy Blumes.
Nice.
And it takes place in like 1975.
Well, all of the films.
So
I
now they
started
got it.
thinking, sorry, with all the music, I started thinking like, dang, they still making money off of their songs.
Man,
here.
but each scene, because you're on episode 3, each scene is definitely taking you back to a place in your life.
like a nostalgic place.
If it doesn't, then I feel bad for your experiences.
Now that we got technology, I just looked at Judy Bloom. That's why the people at Channel 7 got mad at me. That's why my mother told me.
Oh, about
She told me, yeah, because she's a white woman. She's a white woman.
Well, they made this a black love story.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
It's
what-
amazing.
that's
It's really good.
We should get past getting pissed off. It's great.
Yeah, we should get past. We should be past. Like David Banner said, we should be past all the colors and sizes of people and stuff.
Yeah, but
Oh,
I
no,
still,
that wasn't the problem.
That's not it.
No, but I was just saying, period.
Oh.
It's hate, getting hate.
Well,
out of
yeah.
stuff.
Well, this one guy, he was a comedian. He was like, I only date black women, so everybody started clapping. He was like, don't clap for me.
Right.
And it was like, that's what I'm supposed to do. And it was like, yeah, you're right. But it was just kind of funny that he said it. He's like, don't clap. I'm supposed to do this. He was like, we the only people that say we don't date our own. Like,
Yeah.
it was kind of dope that he said that.
I'm glad he
He's
said
like,
it because I
"Don't
won't be.
clap
I ain't gonna be able to say it in a few more years in a minute.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be pissed off.
Well, like I said, watch the show. It's amazing on Netflix. Broad Day is out on Tubi. Y'all can go ahead and
Praise
watch that.
God.
Blind Trust is out also
Blind
on Tubi.
Blind Trust came out?
Blind Trust came out. Like, it's a few things that came out.
Did you get a chance to see it?
Nice.
No, but I'm
Shout
gonna
out
watch
to
it tonight.
Isis.
I've been watching forever.
Okay. So it's like you've been watching almost like forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And something else, I think, Us. The rest of the episodes of Us came out too.
Shout out to Jada.
Yes.
Jada's the bomb diggity.
Yeah.
What kills me about Facebook, it'd be like 13 people viewing, but view, right? And then you go there and say 3 people, but I get it. Nobody want to give us or give people their credit or how much, because that means you won't pay for boosting your stuff. We're not going to boost shit, okay? We're going to give it to you genuine and raw, right?
I mean, I can't trust nothing that they do on any social media.
There you
That's
go.
true. It's all control.
It really is.
Shanny's saying this.
I sent her a video about them. They do control it.
They do.
Because they were saying you can actually do the same post for like a whole week
They get the same results.
That's how you increase your results because they were saying like a certain amount of people only see it a day.
But see, here's the
They
thing
control
with
it.
your algorithm. Like, if I go on Facebook right now, I'll still see stuff from 3 days ago, 4 days ago. So if I like it today, it'll.
I really believe this whole thing of algorithms, right? I truly believe like it's bullshit.
Well, we just learned that the whole world is.
Oh, good. Good.
Shout out to those different lands.
And I saw that China was supposed to be they're supposed to be cutting their tariffs for like 90 days.
Oh, okay. As long as it's not TikTok again. Because
Jesus.
I was in shambles.
Jesus. But here's the thing. No matter China cutting their tariffs or Trump cutting the tariffs.
They said China, I seen it this morning, said China was cutting the tariffs for like 90 days. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. They said China's in kind of bad shape, which I don't believe.
Not from the videos that I've seen.
Yeah, I don't
Me
think they
neither.
could ever be in bad shape.
I don't think they could be in bad shape from now on, because especially due to the fact that they have a relationship with Africa now that's really, 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 really,
Yo,
really
look,
good.
Africa is.
Yeah. And did you see
Africa, like, don't bother me. I'm so serious. Like,
But-
they are living in certain parts of Africa. They are living better than we're living in as Americans.
Oh, hell yeah. Listen, here's the thing. We have to realize how big Africa really is.
Africa is huge. It's an entire continent, by the way,
As our
people.
president would say, it's huge. Okay.
It's an entire continent. I just want people to know that.
And so they just did it. Just a little small split that just happened in the past 48 hours. Like the earth cracked and opened
I
up.
heard that they were saying that it's about to.
Ocean.
Somebody about to break off.
Well,
One of the continents is about to break off.
Africa actually itself part of it. And it was split.
They swear California is going to break off from America.
Hell yeah. I mean,
They've been saying that for years.
but and Florida, because Florida been sinking and California been breaking up due to earthquakes.
Yeah.
The last earthquake that just hit 2 weeks ago was terrible for them
They say the safest place to be and to live is in the Midwest
in Detroit.
because we're by water.
Not only that we by war in Detroit, we live in a boat.
Well, they didn't say Detroit. They just said
I'm
Midwest.
gonna tell you Detroit.
Because Chicago's in the Midwest as
Miles
well.
think
Yeah,
Detroit is the
I would
same.
never do Chicago. Chicago,
Oh, I love Chicago.
it's cool.
It's nice.
Say it's
Nice.
cool to visit.
It's a great place to visit.
I mean, it's expensive.
Too expensive for the value that you get.
Yeah, because we get better homes here than I think you get in
That's
Chicago.
Yeah.
And their parking is $40 to start.
Yeah. And yeah, their parking's ridiculous.
Yeah, ours
Ridiculous.
is high downtown.
No, it's not.
Not compared to Chicago.
No. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, Shandy. That's $40 at a meter.
Oh, not a parking shut. Oh,
No.
But I do
Yeah, that's why I
love like
work.
how you like the buildings where you can eat. They have
Yeah.
rooftops and things like that. Like it's a lot of nice things that they
Yeah.
even being on the beach.
Yeah, have you ever ate on top of the Renaissance?
No, not here. I want to. I heard that it's absolutely
Beautiful.
beautiful.
It's beautiful.
I got to find somebody to take me.
Okay.
How about we just go?
I don't want to do that
here
with
we
you.
go. Look, you hear me? Here we
I
go.
want to have that moment with somebody special.
Evidently, nobody came to you thus far.
Cause
They don't know that location.
they know what the
Now they know the location.
they got requirements.
Right.
It's a particular requirement.
that may
over there.
have helped someone out. Because what if
Yeah.
they didn't know where to ask? Nah, they got an idea.
First of all, first of all, if it's a man, as a boy, or anything y'all want to call close, y'all want to be a significant other for y'all too.
Dang.
If they have any type of male figure in their life who have not told them about the top of the Renaissance Center,
Well, what if
They
they
need-
people don't freak with the Renaissance or downtown for that matter? How they gonna pass down a gym they don't got?
So can I ask you a question? How you listen, everybody in New York been to the Empire State Building, right? Because you know what? It's fucking Empire State Building, right? So,
in New York.
Dang it. So
Concrete jungle.
So my point, keep going. Just bring it down. Keep bringing it down. So, I got a soundtrack going on. So if they've been to New York and just
The bass go crazy on that.
Yeah, I'm off that drive. Okay.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Jay-Z did his big one on
oh my God, he murdered that one. That was like one of his
Okay,
greatest
okay.
See,
records.
look at this. People talking about something. I
said he
can't
did his
sleep.
big
I'm up binge watching forever. I'm telling y'all, this is men talking
said
about
that?
this.
Who said that?
Somebody you don't know.
Okay.
It's amazing.
It's not bad.
It's amazing, guys. Watch
I'm
it.
getting Netflix today.
It was just the fact that I turned my
account?
TV on.
Can I get somebody account? But no, seriously. Anytime you have a monumental place in your city and you don't go to it, you kind of crazy for not going. You feel me?
If you don't go to a monument in your city,
a monumental.
That's a monumental. I've been to the Renaissance. I just ain't been at the top of it.
Maybe I'm crazy then.
There you go.
I ain't never.
Good answer.
Because I never been.
So anybody have been to the top of the Renaissance, please give us a call at 810-560-0658, 810-560-0658. Let's go. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Calvin.
Hey, guys.
Good morning.
He said, good morning, folks. Let's go right into the topic of the day.
What is the topic of the day?
You better start reading your notes.
I didn't get that.
Is the happily ever after dream a lie? I would say
it depends on who you do it with.
It's possible. This thing we call life.
It depends on who you do it with.
Based
on the movie, based on Forever,
it's a lie.
Well, I'm gonna say based on.
I'm gonna say it's not.
I know some people who had happily ever after lives.
I know some people that had happily ever after.
I have hope.
They may lost a foot.
Oh my God!
Diabetes.
I have high hope that happily ever after can still happen.
I think the lie is that people think that it's gonna be like a bliss.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's the lie part, but I do think that you can get your happily ever after.
So do you think that you'll meet somebody and bump into them and then your things fall and they be like, oh, let me help you?
No, you going too far.
You don't think so? I think that can still happen.
If I could say anything, I have had those rom-com experiences.
See?
Like I've ran into somebody at the grocery store or you know what I mean, or at the gas station, like literally bumped
and it's
into
no
people.
Right.
I have done that. So I have had those experiences. So I do believe that they are real and they happen.
If you ever go to Coach Insignia, you might find that out. Okay.
Okay, well.
Anyway, I love love.
On the 70, it's on the 72nd floor.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna go.
We can all go in that bitch clothed up and walk off that elevator in slow motion. And we just really in slow motion because we don't got no cameras with us.
We gotta make a TikTok.
We walk out that bitch slow. It's real slow. Just have our shades on, take our shades off at the same time. That'd be fun.
Maybe I'll go for my birthday this year.
Dope.
Yeah, I'll go for my birthday this year.
Hopefully you let people know it's your birthday.
I guess I gotta dress up.
They don't need to know. They don't need to know. Those that know me know. Yeah, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
But
your birthday is huge, really huge.
Well, one of the greats was born.
When?
In the month of July.
That's Donald Trump. Be like, when? And you just said it, motherfucker.
But no, Calvin said that's easy yes, a big lie. You know, Calvin, I really feel like you hate love, so I can't really go off anything that you have to say.
And see, here's the thing. I love, so I don't know if that's like a delusion for me or is it really...
I don't think that you love, you love the infatuation part.
Yeah.
Wait, don't they go hand in hand?
No, because I feel like love, like sometimes with love, you got to do hard things.
Yeah,
you got to make hard decisions.
You do,
and they're not always going to be in bliss, and they're not always going to be pretty. So that's why I don't think you love love. I think you love infatuation.
Okay,
you love the butterflies.
I love love, but here's the thing: I don't think that.
Miles, what are you doing?
Don't worry about it. I'm just trying to get my shit together.
You like the butterflies
and the happily
and
ever after moment. I don't think that lasts always. I only think that's in the beginning.
What, the happily ever after?
Yeah, because that's how we gonna get each other, through the happily ever after. So that's in the beginning. Once we're in a relationship, that's when, of course, life gonna happen, stuff gonna get real, the peaches and cream stage gonna, dwindle
peaches
away.
And cream. I need it because you know that I'm a fiend. Yeah. Getting freaky in the back limousine.
Okay.
Anyway,
it's even better when it's with ice cream. Know what I mean? Peaches and cream. Okay.
Who is that by?
112.
Yeah.
And wasn't Zayn in that or was it?
Yeah,
oh no, we could do it anywhere. Was that? Oh my goodness. Okay, let me stop.
I was sitting up there thinking it was Drew Hill.
I can love you in the shower. Both of our bodies dripping.
Drew Hill went through. Drew Hill and them. They went through some shit in there for their group.
It's so funny because never mind. I ain't gonna say it.
What?
I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
Say it.
I thought that Drew Hill was a singular person. when I first.
Waka Cisco was the only one singing all the
Your
time.
punishment. And he wasn't even the best singer.
It was just, I thought, because when you think Drew Hill, you think of, that's a one person name.
But I will say, during that time in that music, they made some songs. Like, they really was.
It made you use your imagination.
But I'm saying, like, they made you like, yo, like the music today, I
want to be around them.
But they made you want to be in love.
Yes.
They made you want to be in a relationship. They made you. And the thing for me was, we didn't know nothing about it. Like, we was kids.
Now you want to knuckle you, but
until he started flying around to my thong. When he did that, he messed up his whole career.
That's like a little while.
That was his last record.
Yeah.
that was the death of Cisco.
Well, Calvin, being practical, you can't always be practical in love.
You can't, and that's what I say. Keep your.
You can't always be practical in love.
Oh, love is not practical.
That's what he said. He said, Britney still funny but wrong, just practical. You can't be practical in love.
Huh?
Because here's the thing, I know that their relationships weren't the best, but I feel like our grandparents and their relationships and marriages were the closest to the happy ever after.
I'm not going to agree with that.
I will.
Well, I'll put it like this.
Not with my great grandparents. I wouldn't want that.
Well,
I longevity, yes.
Yeah,
but the things that they went through, no.
Well, I didn't. Well, that's the thing, and that goes back to I didn't see any of that. I didn't see the struggle. I didn't see
my
the
parents
fights.
to me are like a happily ever after.
Okay, the closest to me would be my grandparents.
Mine would be my parents.
Well, here's the thing, and here, what I'm about to say might be rude to most people.
Okay.
The reason why our great grandparents they taught us survival.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, just keep going, y'all. I know Papa got other children. I know he got another family. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Keep going. Don't worry about that. You know what I mean?
But it wasn't out in the
I'm going to be honest. I have not even my grandma, my aunts, none of them have ever heard of my great grandfather having any other children or knowing about them or any. I'm just saying for my great grandmother on my mom's side.
Well, you got to realize you still have your grandmother in your life, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying like they knew he had a little one thing. Yeah. But from my understanding, because there were no children, and the one thing it didn't last like that.
Wait a minute. And here's the thing, because we all commit that black women was way more fertile back in the days than they are.
They fertile now.
Not like they.
They eat her grapes like
they fertile now. They still pretty fertile. Everybody got kids except for me and Shandy right now, so they're pretty fertile.
Fertile.
They're still pretty fertile.
But listen,
in fact, black women don't have those problems that because of the melanin in our skin and our bodies and how God created us.
Your hips, most definitely.
Man, but
your cervix was made to serve.
Because of my God.
Your cervix was made to serve us. Anyway, so
anyways, like I was saying, we didn't hear about those type of things happening. So even if they were, we weren't privy to them. No. So to look at my grandparents, them being together, them being in a household, I didn't hear arguing, fighting, and all of this.
See, that's not real.
And I'm not gonna say it never happened, but I didn't see it. Yeah. So to me, it never happened.
But see, kids should see that.
I don't know, because sometimes things can get taken too far, and they think that that's what a marriage and or relationship is.
But I think kids should see. They should see arguing. They should see resolution. They should see all those things because those. It's not just relationship with men and women. It's relationship with people. Because you're gonna argue with coworkers. You're gonna argue with your friends, your cousins, and you need to see how you can reconcile those things.
You don't have to necessarily be in an argument.
Yeah, you could just have a disagreement.
Well, that's fine. A disagreement is fine. Now, I'm not gonna say that I didn't see them, not agree on things.
Well, then that would be considered an argument, though.
Yeah,
that's because the argument can go bad, and that's the part of things that I feel like kids see now versus what we were.
So you seeing people that don't know how to control. But a disagreement is an argument, regardless if we yelling or not.
It depends because I only equate argument to elevation of voice, yelling.
No, that's not
an argument.
Ooh, that's good.
So So if you watch a debate, they're arguing.
No, I just like they're fighting two different points. One just have to have
an argument.
An argument is when you're yelling. Like if me and you are disagreeing, we're just having a conversation.
That's a debate
until we get elevated.
See, Shani is crazy.
No,
Shani,
see, this would be maybe considered an argument. Our voice just raised a couple octaves.
No, Shani, in a debate, they say I like to argue the point.
Thank you.
I mean, that's what it is.
I hear you, but that's not what I equate to an argument.
Fuck with it. I hear you, but fuck it, right?
Well, I ain't say that, but what I equate to an argument is
both debates and arguments involve disagreement and presenting opposing viewpoints.
Okay,
so it's the same thing.
That's only the one definition.
She wanted to go to the sixth definition. Yelling at each other.
No, for real.
Okay, a debate is more structured.
Okay,
a formal process designed to persuade an audience. While an argument is a more informal, often personal exchange aimed at convincing one's immediate opponent.
Opponent.
Somebody comes in and help. Like,
it's the
what is she talking about?
If you're my opponent, we're going against each other.
Let's go to the topic.
Please, this is the topic.
Because if this is it, we need to change.
Because Shani over here trying to debate a debate.
No, listen, because we're not arguing. We're just seeing two different viewpoints.
That's a
and
debate.
That's okay.
That's just debate.
No, well, if we're able to communicate effectively without voices getting raised, I think we're just having a conversation.
That's the argument.
So that's what you're going to always have with your man is a conversation.
Unless our voices get raised, now we're in an argument.
So you never heard of a peaceful argument?
No. What's that?
Oh
that's a conversation.
You've been raised in the wrong household.
That's just been raised in the wrong household.
That's just two people talking, and eventually we're going to agree to disagree.
Shani, stop.
Please, while you're all the way behind.
Just saying.
She's not even coming to the finish line.
She didn't even get to the goalpost.
I don't know. I just look at arguments differently.
Okay.
They're the same thing.
It's the same thing. Disagreement is an argument.
That's all it is. This fool said, no, an argument is the elevation of your voice.
It is. Because it may start off good, but essentially because y'all are disagreeing, usually voices get elevated because now you feeling like you being heard better. And ultimately, it's just two people yelling at that point with nobody being heard.
So can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So have you okay, so as you go and you grow, right?
Yes.
And you get mentors, right? You understand.
I thought you said get mentors. I was like, what you think I got now? Okay.
Oh no, that wasn't mentor. As you get mentors, and then he or she says, "No, Shani, that is incorrect," and you still want to go on and tell them how you feel. Then she say, "Are you telling me how you feel or facts?" Then what you gonna say?
That would be a conversation.
No.
Because at that point, I will be receiving the information, but also letting them know where I'm coming from. But I can hear what they're saying.
But listen, I always gonna remember this. I tell people this all the time. Look at me, y'all. Y'all look at me. Nobody never cares what the hell you think when it comes down. Because it's a fact. If I say, well, I think the Pistons should have won. The truth is, they didn't.
But that's your opinion, and that's okay.
No, it's a fact that they didn't win.
But if that's your team, you're gonna feel like they should have won.
Shani gonna drive her husband to
Calvin
divorce.
said, Shan, you are referring to a near violent interaction.
Hey, what? I don't know.
She like, don't help me, help the bear.
Listen,
I mean, honestly,
I don't know. I just don't look at an argument being a good thing.
But it can be, and it's healthy. You should argue. You should disagree. You should not be with your partner.
We can have
and
a conversation, and we can definitely disagree.
But you're not always gonna have a conversation with your mate.
Right.
You gonna want to slap that ninja upside his head.
And that's when it can get to the argument point. When I feel like I gotta do that, when I feel like my voice has elevated.
The best part is the making up. So whatever.
I agree with you there. But I agree with you, but
he ain't never been so sexy.
Okay.
Listen, he ain't never been so sexy. After a debate / argument.
And the debate / argument get a lot of great sex going on. Let's put that out there.
That's one thing you didn't lie about.
that right there. You had some great sex after the argument.
Because I guess that's healthy too.
Brittany.
My private life is private.
Okay.
That's healthy.
In other words, if she ate and she put 2 grapes in her mouth.
That is a wild word.
This is huge.
I'm just saying. Listen, making up is the best part.
It is.
The best part of making up is truly getting.
Okay, I'm gonna ask it. How far are we going before it's still okay to make up?
It's always good.
It's always good to make up. What are you talking about?
But I'm talking about like how far are we going in this argument?
Oh, y'all, it all depends.
Depending on who grabbed me first.
Right, there you go. Who choked?
It can turn in. Okay.
Who grabbed me first?
Yeah. So. Hey, you already know. You already see what Brittany.
Okay.
She ate all them grapes already.
She said she was. She's like, I'm gonna finish them.
First of all, she said they weren't that good. Now she just throwing each one.
She's like, I'm gonna finish them. Because when you spend your money, you want to eat it.
I'm just saying. What are you doing?
Scratching my back.
Oh, listen. The truth is the truth.
The happily ever after dream. It is that, but if you have a happily ever after vision,
Dorian said it's called synonym. Shan, get her at the.
She don't know what that is, Dorian. She don't even know what a thesaurus is.
That is a wild word.
I don't even think she has one. Do you have a thesaurus?
I've seen some in my day.
Jesus, I don't even know.
Do you know what an encyclopedia is?
No.
Yeah.
Do you know how to use it?
It's a big book.
You know how to use it?
I never.
Shitty, funny as that.
I never
it's
really had to use
it. I gotta put that in the story. Yeah, I know what it is. It's the big book, right?
I never. No, to be honest with you though, I never had to use an encyclopedia.
So you never did research papers? You never did research papers?
I'm sorry, Siri.
But you just never used an encyclopedia?
Didn't really.
No need to apologize.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Brittany Chanel, she might put hands. I don't know what that means, Calvin. You said you do have your what?
I did have to cite my sources.
How if you didn't use the encyclopedia?
What
were you citing?
Google. 2 grades.
What were you citing?
That's a damn shame. And that's so it's crazy.
Like, what were you citing? She got, I had to cite my sources. From where? What books were you reading?
It's crazy. Most people.
Most of them was from like articles.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's really a problem.
That's the problem. So you was doing half work.
No, you know those educated articles.
No, you was doing half work.
And you know at the end where they had a little long thing with the parentheses.
No, you was doing half work.
You talking about the recap, the summary?
No, she's talking about citing the sources. I had to cite my sources, but they had to come from books. I had to go read books.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, yeah.
I read.
Tupac was right. And the truth
hey, Richard.
Tupac told the truth. And really, there's no hope for the future.
And the truth is,
there's really no hope for the future.
Not for the youth.
Not
for our youth. That's why y'all need to go watch Broad Day.
Go watch Broad Day.
Go watch Broad Day.
Because Brittany, she.
Would you stop doing that?
Okay.
I got phone calls. People was crying.
Oh yeah, it's a sad time.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, you did a good job. So
that's true.
But no, I believe in happily ever.
I think Richard has a happily ever after.
Yes.
I think Richard.
So.
That's what I'm saying. I do think that it exists.
It can happen.
Yes.
I think it exists.
But I think we need to cut that word dream out and make it vision.
What's the difference?
Because vision gives you focus. Dream gives you whatever come you take.
But everybody don't have vision. But everybody has dreams.
But that's
why we can't just dream? Why we can't just leave it there?
Okay, well you dream for that man to walk through your goddamn door.
And when he do him, like I dream.
He do it, but now he got diabetes. His toes about to get cut off.
That's the
all that type of shit. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, Shanny. Some vision is more important.
But everybody doesn't have vision. But everybody has dreams.
Yeah, but dreams is not made to be true.
Yes,
that's not true.
No, it's not.
That's not true.
Okay.
That's not true.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like
God never spoke of dreams.
You can get insight through
that's
your
not
dreams.
True.
Only spoke of vision.
That's not true.
Okay, give me one.
How? When
things come to us in
not
our
Moses.
dreams.
Joseph. He had dreams.
Oh, he gave him vision.
No, he had dreams.
He had instructions.
That came through dreams.
That's how you know that a dream. That dreams come from when you have.
Listen to the words.
No.
You didn't know we were about to debate. You heard the bar. Shut up.
No, he did have dreams, and he knew how to interpret dreams.
A dream.
And how do you know how to do that?
Simple fantasy.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Okay.
That's not true.
Okay.
Everybody doesn't receive a vision.
That's true.
That's why everybody don't get what they deserve because they're not listening.
That's not true. God doesn't get.
God gave everybody a vision.
No
dreams.
He gives them dreams. Everybody does not have a vision.
Okay, dreams, what you're talking about in biblical days, is visions. What we having right now is, ooh, I had a dream I fell off a cliff and wings came about and I just started flying. That's what people. That's dreams.
I would try to decipher that dream.
The shit Shanny talking about.
So
those are dreams.
that's not necessarily true because God talks to us in dreams.
He does. He brings us.
Yes,
that's
He
how
does.
We know
So you can't tell me that dreams aren't real.
I just said yes. I'm talking about dreams like this.
Like what?
Oh yeah, that's a lie.
Yeah, that's what
No,
When you don't take out the entire word dreams.
No, when you put dream, if you separate dreams.
So you're basically saying it's happily ever after a vision,
yes,
or a lie.
Yes, because then that's
just too much words.
No, it's the same word.
It's too wordy.
Same amount of words.
This too much.
Same amount of words.
It's too much.
One extra letter.
It's too much.
Same amount of words. One extra letter.
Listen,
y'all women.
Well,
all I can say is, what did he say?
He said some people consistently recreate their makeup cycle to feed their own toxicity.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Let Shani go back. Calvin, you really need to watch Forever, but you might not enjoy it because it's actually about love.
Damn.
You like to be practical.
Oh, that's interesting. Dorian said most of your dreams are dead by 35. But how if you haven't reached all of them?
This is what I'm saying. That's what I was getting to. Because I believe boys dream, men have vision.
Thanks, Calvin.
Dorian, elaborate on that.
Most people thought that too.
What?
He said Broad Day was dope. I thought she was going to go from a seizure at the ending.
Yeah, no, I thought another one was coming.
Yeah, it did.
You know what? You did a great job.
Did a great job.
Thank you.
Season her way. But I definitely agree with Dorian said. I always say, give us a call to 810-560-0658.
But why 35, Dorian? Like, what
Because
happens or changes at 35?
Because you become more of a man. And men have vision.
I don't know about these men today.
You see my eyes?
That's because y'all sorry ass generation didn't.
No, it's really. I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's a bit sorry.
Y'all got a good sorry ass generation.
I'm gonna be honest.
It's a bit sorry.
The generation definitely is a little weak.
It's a bit sorry.
It's
I ain't
a
gonna
little
lie,
weak.
and I'm in it.
And it's sad.
A little shaky.
It's very shaky, and I'm seeing like some of these dudes really can't handle
that.
A lot, but a lot of that has to do with that single parent household.
It does
because these men like they freaking out at any type of thing. It's like, bro,
any minor inconvenience,
they're freaking out, and it's like, and that's why a lot of the dudes don't even want to do it because they don't want the responsibility.
True.
And a lot of these dudes don't want to be bothered with women that's on the move because now you got to grow up.
Yes. True.
So now you want to deal with something less than what you're supposed to be dealing with because you don't want to grow up. Like, it's really sad.
Right.
Good morning, Dorian.
Good morning. So you want me to elaborate?
Please, Dorian. Why 35?
Because most of the things that you set out when you were young that you said you wanted to do, all of this, first of all, happy is just like an emotion. You can be happy taking shit. You can be happy picking up the trash. Happiness is just a temporal thing, just like most things on this planet and you as a human being. It's temporary. So, happily ever after, as far as what? Because you could be happily ever after just leaving after the show. Is that what that means? So you have to break it down in connotations. Don't waste your time trying to come up with such esoteric thoughts about something that is so simple. So when I'm saying by the time you're 35, what you wish to do certain things. Oh, I wanted to go to Cabo. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. I want to own a house at such and such. I want to be married. Most of those dreams, in reality, and Miles can tell you because he's in my age range, a lot of your dreams are dead by the time you're 40. A good 80% of them. Now, what you can do is, like he said before, you can have some vision. Now, your vision could be you taking something small and building it up. and turn it into something.
So, Dorian, is it dead just for the simple fact that you didn't get to do it yet in life?
More or less, yeah. More or less, yeah. Because you know what? What happens is at 35, you are responsible for yourself. No one is giving you a pat on the back because you're 35 and you work a job and you went to college and you got a degree or whatever. Mm-hmm. You're supposed to do that, or you got a trade. You're supposed to get off your ass every day and go to work. So no, a lot of your dreams, you're gonna end up working a dead end. How did I find myself? I thought I could be a writer. Well, were you a writer? Did you know what you were doing? That could be a dream that you had, but it's dead because you got to work a 9 to 5. You got to keep a roof on your head. You got to keep a car. You got to pay bills. And so a lot of our dreams, the things that we loftily want, the big dreams. I always wanted to own a coin car wash, right? Why a coin car wash? Because I didn't have to have I've never wanted to have employees because I've always been an employee before, and I've worked in management. So it's always to me a slave mentality. So to own something like that, I would have to take loans out. I would have to buy land. I'm 48 years old. I'm letting that dream pass.
There you go.
There's a whole bunch of stuff that I had to let go. And there's a whole bunch of dreams that I've actually made come true.
There you go. And then, Dorian, I can say this. Shout out to Tia Black. She said, "Hello, family."
Hey, girl.
Congratulations to you on your film.
Congratulations.
Y'all hanging around. Y'all talk to each other too goddamn much at this point. Y'all sound anyway. So, no, Dorian. Seriously, like, if a person had a rap career, he want to start at 40 or 50. He need to kill himself. Truthfully. So I'm saying if he want to start. I ain't say if he want to rap, but if he already had shit going on and he's still rapping at 50, that's cool. You feel me? No shade. But if a motherfucker want to start his career, you know what? I always had this dream.
But why does age have to be a factor of when you can?
Because in the beginning,
because of the fire.
Yeah, because
the fire dies.
Yeah, because.
But what if before when you were younger you weren't ready for that dream until you were older?
And Shenny, he's not older as an older person. He was just a punk bitch when he was younger trying to do something. I'm just trying to tell you, when people get older,
when you grow up, they don't have to necessarily just do with your age.
When people get older, let's speak of age. So we talking about age. When people get older and they start seeking for their dreams, they'll be on their bucket list at that point. It's no longer
in the forefront.
Yeah.
As we say, life gets in the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't go by age. I go by the mentality of people, because there's a lot of people at certain ages, but they're not mentally there. And I think that's what y'all really want to talk about.
Okay, but even
that's what y'all saying.
But even we are saying that, but even at a particular time, if you're gonna go for something, right? Michael Jordan, who's one of the greatest basketball players to ever live, right, tried to play at the age of 49, and they were like, "Okay, stop." It wasn't because he was no longer good. He couldn't no longer compete with younger legs. That's just the truth, and there's nothing wrong with that. The best man is a man who knows how to bow out gracefully.
Hey, Miles, a better version of that story of Mike would be him in the middle of his championship run in 93 and 94, going and trying to play baseball.
Yes.
And he sucked at it.
Yes.
And he ended up going back to what pays the bills.
Yeah, because, I mean, and they tried to keep Mike in there, too. I mean, they really tried to keep him in there.
They really tried to keep him.
Because he went to the Chicago White Sox, right?
Yep.
Because that's only because he had a relationship with the Chicagoans, right? So here's the thing: what I tell people is, I'm 53. I'm going to put out 2 more albums in my life, but I'm not trying to compete in the world of music. I'm doing it for my release of what I love. Okay. So I know I'm gonna hear people, "Why are you putting out an album?" I'm like, "Why you never did?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because
be the one.
Right. So but I'm doing it for me. It's like when people paint, right? Now, one thing about painters, you could be 97 years old and paint. You could be 3 years old and paint. There's no age restriction because painters don't compete. You know what I mean? The world compete for painters.
It's their own vision.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Hear me out. So we have to understand, like, when it's part of competition, there is an age restriction. You would never see a 70-year-old player trying to, get an old man talking about, I'm about to live my dreams in the NBA.
No, but you could still see a 70-year-old actor.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a 70-year-old graduate.
Oh, no, but you're right.
You can keep acting for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life. And you can start at 70. Because there's positions for
actors.
Yeah. Right, that's why I said when the time presents itself at whatever age, your dream can still happen.
I think it depends on what the dream is.
And I believe, and how about the content? Because majority of people who wanted to act, who act at an older age, never thought about acting. They was mistakes.
Not Morgan Freeman.
Trying, like Indiana Jones. I mean, Harrison Ford. Mm-hmm. He was a carpenter.
That man can act.
His ass off.
Shoot, that man can act.
Forrest Gump. What's his name? Tom Hanks. But he wasn't that old. He was younger.
I prefer not to talk about him.
And Jill said, hey, he used to dump trash. He was a trash man.
That's what Denzel Washington wanted to be.
A trash man.
He said it. He said if he was an actor, he would be a trash man.
Yeah, because that was one of the jobs that we enjoyed, but it wasn't a dream.
Yeah, he said he enjoyed it.
Also, at the same time, the reason why I say 35 is because there's a certain amount of fire that resides in us when you're young, and it dies out at a certain age, believe it or not.
Well, this is a new generation of 35-year-olds. They still 22, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
I really don't know.
Can you read what Mike? Thank you for calling, Dorian.
Thank you, Dorian.
Can you read what Michael Lewis said before he pissed me off? No, I'm just joking, but
he said, "Who has dreams about their life anymore? It's either TV, reality shows, someone we're close to, lifestyle, and some imaginary time we think about certain stuff."
Michael Lewis, I could tell you're a very bored individual. You went to Cody High School, didn't you? No, I'm just joking, but give us a call.
I mean, I just don't listen to half of y'all.
and that's okay.
I just think you should live your life.
I mean, everyone has a form of, but I'm gonna show you who don't dream no more.
Who?
Generation Z. No, Gen Zs. They have no dreams. No, they don't dream.
They have nothing.
They don't have no aspiration.
I don't even know how they even exist.
I think they dream the most.
Listen, my daughter, I asked her, I said, Pooh, you're 13, you're about to be 14 in a few months. What do you want to be when? I don't know. What you mean? What the hell? And so I keep saying,
I have a niece. She's turning 16, and it's like, you only got 2 years left, honey. What are we doing?
There you go.
What are we doing?
I really think 16, that we need to change that trajectory.
At 16, I knew what I was doing.
We need to change that trajectory. You're not going to have things all figured out. People go to college, they change their majors. They think they got it. And
you always want to take up for
I went to college, and I believe college is a waste of time if you are not going for a particular subject.
I mean, that's good, and that's all good and well.
If you are not going,
the first 2 years, you're taking prereqs anyway.
Then you might as well take up a trade.
But I'm just saying, you gonna take the prereqs anyway. You don't really get into your major until you get a junior
college,
or halfway through your sophomore.
Listen, I am an educated person. I have my degree.
I'm just saying.
College is a waste of time unless you are going to be something specific. If you are not, take up a skilled trade and go start making money. Go start creating, because college is going to be 4 years of wasted time.
Zero.
If you are not being particular in what it is that you are going for. If you're not going to be a doctor, the lawyer, a nurse,
or
a psychiatrist, if you're not going to be something specific, forensics, anything, if you're not going for that, please take up a skill trade. Please take up a skill trade.
Here's the thing that's crazy. My friend's son make more money than his mama and daddy.
He got a skill trade?
Put together. No, I'm gonna tell you what he do. He play video games. He make 30.
And he make money playing video games.
Anywhere
being a gamer.
Listen, hold on. He works. He makes anywhere between $25,000 to $32,000 every month.
Yeah.
And all he do is play fucking video games.
Yeah.
His mother said, "Do you know that little motherfucker make more than me and his dad?"
Because here's the
that's why I said I feel like
this is the reality of
whatever they dream the most.
No, this is the reality of when you go to college, right? 9 times out of 10, you about to go to college. You're broke. You don't have no money. So 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have student loans.
Yeah.
Right. You owe the government. You go into a college. You gonna spend anywhere between $30,000-$40,000. By the time some of them go, it might be $50,000 or $60,000.
Yeah, depending on how long you.
Then you're gonna play around. Because some people don't know what they want to do. They and undecided. You're going to play around for the first 2 years. Then you're going to try to buckle down and got another whatever.
Now all your credit's not transferred.
But here's the thing.
Hold on. I got to say sorry to Michael Lewis. Michael Lewis, I apologize. He's part of the U.S. Army. Thank you for serving our country.
Thank you for your service.
But he also could go postal. He don't have to serve no time.
But what I'm saying is.
Sorry, brother.
So you graduate. Most you should be graduated at the age of like 21, 22. Mm-hmm. Usually that's how it go. Now you're broke. Yeah, and now you don't have the experience. You know what I'm saying? Like you're broke. Yeah. So now you come out of school, you're in all this debt. You can't find a job to even pay for the debt. You didn't defer your student loans so long. We don't even know. We don't know how to pay them.
My ex,
not me, but I'm just saying for some people experiences.
My ex-child mother said she don't keep going to school so she don't have to pay. That's crazy.
Hey.
She got about 8 degrees.
Hey, Ash, college was worth it because you enjoyed the college experience. And I know because I know the college experience is fun, but I'm saying if you're not going to actually learn and use your degree,
but I feel like
then you're wasting your time.
You will learn regardless.
Because like I said, what did you learn?
For me, I learned a lot.
You don't even use a thesaurus.
I didn't need to.
I'm just being honest.
I didn't need
like,
to.
Honestly, like you didn't learn.
Everybody need to use a thesaurus.
But I'm saying,
I personally was able to do all of my papers.
You enjoyed the college experience.
No, because I didn't live on campus. I didn't go to any of the parties.
So what did you learn?
I learned a lot.
Like what? Here she go. Every time I ask for an example.
Because you need an example.
What did you learn?
Skills.
Like what?
Skills for life.
You don't even talk. You don't like talking to people. You don't like being social.
Because I did enough with my degree. I did enough.
You went to go to be a / an adult, but not really an adult.
Well,
listen.
I went because it was necessary.
If you're not going for something specific, take up a skill trade.
Prereqs. I say go to a community college because you need to take your prereqs first. Go ahead and switch over to university.
I believe in education. I believe in higher education. I'm not ever going to say that I don't. I definitely believe in higher education. Please be educated. But have an idea of what it is that you're interested in.
But that ain't concrete.
So that's what I'm saying.
But you use high school. That's what high school is for. When you have electives, like you use high school to figure out what I like and what I want to do.
Really prepping you.
Actually, middle school is where you should do it.
Middle school too. Yeah. Well, that's when you start taking your different.
Taking the meat. Go ahead,
girl. You take meat in elementary,
and you take meat.
Stop while you are behind the line.
Shanny, you thinking meat and meat is two different things. Listen.
No.
So Ash, you ain't learned nothing.
That's what I said. You learn. You do learn. You learn skills.
You don't.
And even if it's not for that particular thing that you want to do in life.
Skills? You know how you want to know how you learn skills?
Life skills.
You want to know how you learn skills?
By
experience.
Living.
That's how you learn skills.
There you go. Y'all both saying the same thing.
Yes.
Agree. So let me jump in.
But college doesn't give you that.
Yes, it does.
College gave all of the millennials. Hold on, I gotta talk about this. College gave all of us millennials false reality. This is why everybody in the millennial generation all checked up now.
Okay, so how did we give
because it gave us an extra 4 years to be fake adults.
Well, listen, hold on.
That's what it gave us.
Because I wasn't doing the same thing that I was in high school and college.
Do y'all want me to yell on this damn microphone?
No, because you ain't go to school. We talking about a real experience.
And that's my point. So listen, and I can still hold a conversation.
I'm not saying it to be mean. I'm just saying.
So what I'm trying to tell you, both of y'all, in y'all generation, college gave y'all false hope.
Yes, it did.
They did not alert y'all that by the time y'all graduate and become adults, there will be over 30,000 different occupations available that y'all would not be prepared for.
You know what they told us? They said go to school, get your education, and when you come out, baby, you gonna be making $60,000-$70,000 a year. Oh, we about to win. No, that's all a lie.
You're very much losing.
Very much so.
That's how
they
life
lied to us.
Hold on, no.
They lied.
But I feel like that's life in general.
No.
Why are we waiting till we get to college to say, "Oh, life is
so can I tell y'all this?
That was my point to y'all in the beginning.
What was it?
You was talking about, no, you got to give him a chance. I said, she's 13. She told her, she said her niece is 16.
So can I tell you
I'm
this?
still stick beside
So
them.
my friends who didn't go to school, totally different than my friends that did go to school. And the stuff that my friends that went to school stressed about, my friends that didn't go to
Give me an
school
example.
are almost like
Student
what?
loans.
Yeah.
Student loans by itself.
Or oh my God, I don't have this. What am I gonna do? And my friends that didn't go to school,
Student
like, go get it,
loans,
make it happen.
Student loans is fine, but you also have debt in life. Keep going.
No, you don't have.
And it don't have to necessarily
you
be
don't
because
have-
of student loans.
No.
Sweetie, your student loan debt versus the other debt that you're gonna have doesn't even compare. You wanna
I'm
know
just
why?
saying.
Because you must pay those loans.
You want
back.
to know something? The difference is where you decide to put your money.
Oh my
Because
God.
bills gonna have to be paid
What's happening?
regardless.
Can we go to commercial?
But people up here like, hey, I done already.
I can't deal with shit.
I already
Don't
went to
even
college.
listen to
I've
her.
already got my degree, so that
Shit.
part of student
Shit.
loans is in the back of
Shit.
that forefront.
Shit.
I need the roof over my head. I need my lights on. So them
60%
bills
of
gonna be paid first.
60% of people don't even use their college degree.
No,
They're
it's
not
more
even
than
in.
that.
Is
It's
it
actually
more than that?
76%.
They're not even in their fields, but they got a piece of paper. And not
With
only
they
that,
name on it.
not only that,
They cost them
if you got a
$120,000.
master's degree, you going a little higher than a bachelor's degree.
Oh yeah.
So now
Well,
you got to go back to school to go get back in debt so you can get a master's. It's not going to do anything for you, but put you back in debt.
But the good thing about each level is that you don't have to start from scratch. So you're not in there as long. So hopefully you don't accumulate
Shani,
as much
This
debt.
is not nothing.
Shani, anytime you go back to school, you're going to go in debt.
Brittany, y'all talk to each other every day. Hold on. so let's put it like this, Shani. Do you know why? Do you understand why she said a skill trade?
Yeah, I understand it.
Why?
Because it's quicker to be able to get to the
It
money.
ain't even quicker.
I think it's quicker.
No,
It's not
How y'all
quicker.
gonna ask me? Tell me.
It's not quicker.
It's quicker
Yeah,
because you
doing
can
the
go
show
to a
with two
skill.
women, I swear to God, it's
Because you
hard.
can deal with the skill
So, I mean,
trade
Todd,
for about a few months
I would say Todd 3 times
to a year.
Listen,
College is a strict 4,
that
if
ain't-
not more.
No, that's not why I say that. I said learning a skill trade is something where you putting yourself directly into a marketplace so where you can make money instantly and while you're doing.
Quicker.
Hold on, wait a minute.
So you use instant, I use quicker. Got it.
Okay, let me rephrase that.
Shani, God bless your husband.
No, God bless you.
She was like, baby, I just said you want something to eat. I said, no, I already ate. But that means you was hungry. So I
God
took
bless
you
the
some food.
Listen,
We literally
Where's my
just sat
camera?
up here and said these
God
things.
bless the man
Okay.
whoever will marry Shani.
A skill trade.
He's gonna be
a
blessed.
skill
We're
trade.
gonna be
A skill
blessed.
trade will put you in position quicker than a degree will.
Yes, that is true. That is facts.
I had to hit the table on that. I just said that. I literally just said a skill trade gets you into pretty much the door quicker and gets you to making money quicker.
That ain't what you said. Rewind the tape.
Timestamp. Okay.
Remember the damn.
I'm gonna bring
timestamp.
receipts.
So I'm going to stick by what I said.
Please stick by the
If you're
shit.
not
Don't
going
think
to
about
school to be the doctor, the lawyer,
Lawyer.
a psychiatrist in forensics, or doing anything specific,
Well, shout out to
Take-
Ashley.
take a skill trade.
shit.
Shout out
Ashley
to Ash.
She must have said something crazy.
No, she didn't.
No.
She said I learned a lot too. A lot of life
That's
skills.
all I said. You
What?
learn life skills in college.
She learned life skills because she lived life. That's why she learned life skills.
Everything you're not gonna learn from being book smart.
No.
Some
She
things
enjoyed
life.
She
will
said
teach
she
you.
enjoyed college. It was worth it to me. Of course, it was worth it.
But see, here's the thing:
It was
when
a
you
good
on
time.
campus, if you lived on campus, which I know you said y'all did,
Yes,
you
we
don't
did.
have mom and dad
Yes,
waking
we
you
did.
up. You don't have nobody over you. Do your homework. Do here. Go there. Go there. So you do develop life skills.
You know where that skill started?
At home.
At home.
There you go.
That's where that skill started. You want to know why? Because I had to get up. I had to go to high school. I had to
But
go to
you
class.
had your parents
Had to be,
right
no,
there.
my mom and my dad did not wake me up.
But you had them right there just in case. If you
no, I
overslept,
didn't.
they'll be
then
like,
I got in
hey.
trouble.
There you go.
But they it was not their responsibility to get me to school on
But
time.
when you were in college solely on your own, you were heavily dependent
But
on
that's
yourself.
because that skill happened from childhood. That's what happens. You don't just magically become responsible.
I mean, you're not responsible, so you have to be responsible. So when you
Shannon, you got grown ass men don't even do that. Stop.
Listen, you're not.
God bless the man that married
You're
Shannon.
not responsible till you have to be responsible.
So were you responsible at 7?
Probably not.
Was you responsible at 17?
So you wasn't. Wait a minute. You wasn't
17,
responsible
yes.
at 7.
Probably not.
You
I was
had
a
to
kid.
be. You couldn't pee on yourself.
So
that's a responsibility.
I bet your mama didn't have to put on your pants. She like you got me there.
Like,
you got me there.
offended. He said an alien. Who's an alien? Am I an alien or Shani an alien? Because Shani might be the
She said,
alien.
you are.
He said Brittany Chanel an alien man. Why am I an alien?
Because you're an anomaly.
Anomaly.
Yeah.
What does that mean? I mean, I know what that means, but I gotta be an alien.
Because
Maybe he didn't mean to say alien.
yes, he did, and I understand him because her head is shaped like an alien.
That's
but
fine.
No,
That's fine.
no, like a little.
I'm just
ant.
saying.
You saw ant.
You should have been responsible at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You were staying at home by yourself. I'm pretty sure you was making grilled cheese. You wasn't staying at home by yourself?
No.
That's the problem.
No.
That's the problem.
I was not.
We figured it out.
I was not.
You wasn't walking to school?
No. I got drove to school. My school wasn't in walking distance until I was in high school.
You was on center line. There's only 2 blocks.
I didn't
long.
live in center line my whole
This
life.
how big center line is. This how,
But
in
elementary and middle school,
So even in middle school, you didn't walk to school, ride your bike. That's your problem. That's the problem. You didn't get any life skills because you didn't do nothing. That's no responsibility. Did you ride in the street?
Yes, I graduated to doing that.
Okay.
Because I used to have to get a sidewalk.
How old were you before
When you
you
got on when you were in the street?
Ran your bike in the street.
I don't know, y'all.
She's like 15.
No, because I
Too
wasn't
old.
even riding bikes at 15.
What was you doing at 15?
Was I riding a bike? No.
Shani, that's your problem. You didn't live life.
No, I rode bikes, but at 15,
Wow,
No,
Shani.
but my friend had a car at 16, so she was really driving us everywhere.
I
we
had a
needed to
car
go.
at 15, and I still was riding a bike because I enjoyed being outside.
Yeah, I was outside.
Yeah, y'all
but you
can't-
can do other things outside and not
But y'all
ride a
can't
bike.
compare, y'all lifestyles because first of all,
Okay, forget it. We done. Go back to the happy ever. I don't like talking about it.
I don't know where he was going.
But at the same time, never mind.
at the same
I
time,
still rode a bike.
Yeah, Shannon.
Yeah, me too.
A motherfucker ain't riding a bike
Skated
till after
outside.
15
Like
was
she,
on.
you
Something
didn't
wrong.
ride a
I
like.
skated in the basement.
So you didn't skate outside? That's your problem.
No, because you could hurt yourself.
Shit,
I did.
Shannon, you hurt yourself at a bar.
Well,
doing nothing.
Being drunk.
Well, that was when I was older.
So when did you start drinking?
She's like 14.
Nah, 18,
No.
21.
It was before 21. Maybe about 17.
Oh, he
18.
said the alien is gonna be the man that married that's what he said. The man that married Shani. Okay, yeah, I got
can
you
agree
covered.
with that.
I can see
I can see that.
he
We
is
are
an
not
alien.
the same.
The alien,
I can see her.
The alien gonna say, how? She gonna say, me, nigga.
Yeah.
And they gonna get married.
She gonna marry E.T.
Phone home, baby.
Damn.
See, there you go.
There you go.
There
Hey,
you
y'all, you know what? Damn that.
Please.
We're not gonna argue with Shannon. We're
I
gonna talk about
can't.
happily after dream.
I can't argue with Shani.
When we come back,
Y'all go
watching
watch
the Rise-
Forever on Netflix and watch Broad Day on Tuesday.
Right, y'all watching the Rise of Ground Morning Show right here on Podcasting. We'll be right back.
In that order.
Y'all already know what time it is.
Baby.
So I'm gonna be like Queen Latifah and these bitches set it off. I ain't risking my life for no $2,000.
You got $1 million in the hood. Somebody gonna fuck around and rob that motherfucker. You see a bitch, and smack a bitch.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
All men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair.
hey, real quick, I know you guys are enjoying the show. Yes, we are always having a good time on the Rise and Grind show. But please, do me a favor. Go to YouTube, type in Rise and Grind Morning Show. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Therefore, you can always be in tune with our live content and interact with us, be in the comments, and we can keep bringing dope, hot content to you. Now, we're going right back to the show.
Y'all really starting to piss me off. Welcome to the Rise.
That was Broad Days on Tubi too, y'all.
Welcome to the Rise and listen to these two people. Damn it, show.
And we got on Christmas colors.
We do, don't we?
Not you, me and Shannon.
I'm black. Christmas is always black.
You are a black man.
I am. I'm a chocolate one. I'm a chocolate wonder, thunder. Shout out to my OnlyFans page, Chocolate Thunder 313.
You really got an OnlyFans page?
Well, no.
Damn. Thank you. That was right on time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You learned something in school.
I usually am.
You learned something in school.
Yeah,
okay, life skills.
Not being truthful with yourself ain't one of them. Listen, so hey,
you are so unreal.
No, you're unreal. You know why you're unreal,
Shannon, you're unreal.
You're really fucking unreal. Okay. Talking about you ain't ride a bike till you was 15 years old.
That wasn't it for me.
Say I was doing
I was skating in the basement.
Yeah.
No wonder you
I rode my bike and skated in the basement.
Your childhood was really iffy.
I need to talk to your mama. Get your mama on the phone.
Yeah, she would say like, yes, she used to run into everything, but she did do it.
But I feel like your childhood was not a childhood.
That's what I had.
It was 4 walls.
Man, we were outside.
Shani ain't getting no scratches or shit till she got like.
So has your mother
16.
ever told you you smell like outside?
Yeah. Because I used to be outside.
Doing what?
Nothing.
We used to do tag. We used to do what? Double dutch. The writing on the sidewalk with the chalk.
Did you walk to the store?
No.
Sometimes.
I mean,
I was mostly drove.
We went to the store to find boys.
I was mostly
we walked to the store 2-3 times a day. Well, this is when I was at my grandma's house, but yeah.
Yeah, no. If it was somewhere I needed to go, I got drove.
That's a damn shame.
So did you go to the mall?
I'm disappointed at y'all.
If I needed something, you remember I told you I didn't do the mall era. Like if I needed something, I was going to the mall, but I'm not going to the mall to hang out.
So where did you find boys at? Maybe we was just boy crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe.
Well,
we went skating.
Listen.
I went skating.
Everything me and my cousins did was around boys. Sorry. Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah.
It was around boys. So I don't know what you was doing, but we was looking for the boys.
I'm looking for the
and we found them.
Hey, y'all ever just? I got a question. Hey, y'all ever just play the Tubi movie? Damn, we look like the.
You see?
Just zoom out.
Yeah.
I have to.
No, you need to zoom up.
I actually like mine.
My head's shrinking. I mean, gosh.
Have we ever did what?
Hey, you ever just watch Tubi and put it on, just, like it just play all the way through, and you wake up and you feel like you've been in the damn movie? I did that shit last night. It was ridiculous.
What did you watch?
I started watching the story about the DeBarges.
Oh, okay.
That was a weak ass movie, but it was good. The acting, the wigs was worse than Tyler Perry's.
Listen, the only thing I watched this weekend was Broad Day and Forever.
See,
that's it.
That's
it. That's it.
So that's all.
So you watched the movie that you was in for the 5th time.
That's good.
Well, I watched it on a different streaming service here.
Good one, because I got you.
It looked different on Tubi than it does on TV.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does. It looks different. So yeah, I wanted to see what the changes.
What was the difference? Oh, I know one thing.
Yep.
That
was one major thing. And then that was the major thing.
Okay.
And then some of the stuff it was different. Yeah, it was definitely different.
Well, I need to watch it on Tubi then.
Yeah, it's a different vibe on Tubi. Yep, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Well, anybody who watches, y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. You're excellent.
Shut up.
You said a corpse, no, a corpse, nigga, a corpse.
She did her thing.
Thank you, I appreciate
Shout out
you.
to Brittany Chanel. Anybody who I can type. Let's see who's paying attention. Whoever paying attention, y'all pay attention. The next 5 days, y'all gonna win a pair of Bluetooth glasses with us. Type in Tubi, Broad Day, and that's going to qualify you for the contest to win these Bluetooth glasses. Type in Tubi.
Them glasses hard.
Broad Day.
They are.
I like the glasses.
And when they cleaned up, they look stylish.
Men are stylish.
Because I guess why? Because you wearing them.
Absolutely. Anything I wear is stylish.
That's a damn shame.
Anything I put on.
Yeah.
Shout out to
I
Brittany.
got told I got
Even
like
down-
Malcolm X. I was like, I'm not wearing these.
Down to the pajamas, baby.
I'm like, yeah.
Styling in my PJs.
We can wrap this up.
So you went to the gas station in your pajamas?
Oh no, I get in trouble if I go to the gas station.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn. Oh,
That's
damn.
a thing.
Damn.
I don't care if you put on a little jogging little outfit. Just not
thanks,
pajamas.
Sean P. Let me know what you think.
He said he watching it now.
He said I'm watching Broad Day now.
So if you type in Tubi Broad Day, that qualifies you to win these Bluetooth glasses that we have for you. And if it takes for us to show you on screen, we will. But I don't feel like going in the other room.
Please don't make them go.
Please don't make me
It's gonna
go.
take them 20 minutes to get back.
No, seriously.
At least
The show gonna be over by the time you get back.
At least 15. I'll be back going into the 11 o'clock hour.
Which is
But no, Sean P be everywhere. Anybody seen Sean P? His board, what you call that?
I don't know.
When you scroll, the reel.
Oh, story.
Who you
Look, I'm like,
His
story.
story.
What you do to what? You're bored?
Okay.
What was you talking about? I
Ooh,
love reels.
I did that when I was in high school with girls. But anyway, so
We're not gonna talk about my high school experiences
Yeah, because
or Shani's. She didn't have them, and neither did I.
exactly. I like that answer. Great answer.
all right, Sean, when we got one person that's participating.
Thanks, Sean
Type
P.
in Tubi Broad Day. Sean already do it, so just copy and paste, you ignorant son of bitches. Just go
That's
ahead.
a wild
Oh, Calvin, he did the hashtag with it. That's what's
Okay.
up. Thank you.
Okay, then Calvin qualified. That's right. That's what's up. Tubi Broad Day. Just do it, and don't forget and then tomorrow or Wednesday I'm gonna ask you some questions about Broad Day, and y'all gotta answer it. So I ain't gonna tell you what it is, but you're gonna win these glasses. We got
I already got a
5 days of giveaways. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're gonna do. All right. Type in Tubi Broad Day, and it qualifies you to get into the contest at least. So if you can, somebody keep account who did it. Sean P. and Calvin already did it.
2 for 2.
Sean said, I don't want the Bluetooth.
Sean don't want nothing new. Sean just, I'm gonna just paint a tooth blue and give it to him in his hand.
He don't want nothing.
You got to come up to this century, Sean P.
Yeah, Sean need to just come up to.
Sean P, do you believe in happily ever after?
Sean don't even believe in love no more.
He had his heart broken too many times.
I believe he had.
I feel like men can only y'all only got a good 2 heartbreaks in y'all.
Yes,
I feel like if y'all
No,
go
man,
past
because
2,
we gotta ride and die and take several. That ain't fair.
But we bounce back faster.
I don't care.
No, that's some bullshit.
We shouldn't
You
have
don't
to
care.
keep bouncing.
The only reason why we get heartbreaks because women be acting like hoes. Anyway,
I mean, I don't even talk about me, but
no, because
the look on y'all face.
Hey,
I wish we had the crooked side.
listen,
like, is you cool?
I will say is I know some chicks that didn't fumbled the ball.
A couple times.
And that's why you gotta watch the show.
Yes. Oh.
Cause I know why they be fumbling the ball. Cause see, we mature faster than boys.
All day.
Yeah.
All day. I mean,
and sometimes females can be there, but since we outgrow y'all a little faster mentally, y'all gotta catch up. So
I agree.
So sometimes the good dude gets done bold because he was too slow for the chick he was with, and it wasn't her fault. Like she just matured faster, and what happens? He gets his heart broken. Then he becomes a dog.
It wasn't even about me.
And never get out.
But that's what happened. And
But
some of them get out of it, and some of them don't, because they can't handle heartbreak like that.
They cannot.
I'm not gonna lie. I did not get a heartbreak. What I did, I learned a lesson. Right.
You did both.
I didn't get a heartbreak.
You human.
You definitely got your heart broken.
You did both.
So you never had your heart
It's
broken.
okay, Miles.
No, hold on.
It happens to everybody.
Miles about to lie. Go on and lie. Come on, Miles. Just go on and lie.
And we trying to create a safe space. Like, it's okay.
No, Miles, go on and lie.
Are you listening?
Mm-hmm.
I never had my heart broken. I learned a lesson about one of my mentors gave me a lesson on how women in this particular field. I fell in love with a stripper, right?
I'm in love with a stripper.
But the stripper also had an infatuation with O'Shea Jackson.
She pop and she roll and she roll.
For him.
I'm trying to be serious.
So I'm trying to be very serious, but this motherfucker right here.
I'm in love with a stripper.
She just got her out.
I'm sorry.
She look like alfalfa, ain't she?
She pop and she roll and she roll.
That's what
And she climbing.
That pole. Okay, go on, Mom. I'm done, I promise. I swear
Sean said maybe 2 heartbreaks. I'm good.
I told you that you only got 2. Oh, come on, I'm done. You never had your heart broken. You got a lesson.
No,
you was in love with a stripper.
and-
She was in love with O'Shea.
And I'm about to tell her name. Her name was Africa, right?
Okay. That was her stripper name?
The stripper name.
Okay.
No, I said and her real name. Her real name is Africa. No, I'm lying. Her stripper name was Africa. I forgot her real name.
Okay, come on, Miles. Please tell the story.
So anyway,
My sound effects.
She dropped me off at my mentor's house. He was my mentor at the time, but he owned a after hour club, right? And then I'm waiting. It's like 1:00. She said she'd be back by 12. So my boy was like, "Hey dog, quit looking at every time a car drive by or light flashing. I'm looking." He said, "Hey bro, can I just tell you something for real? Quit looking for her like that, man. She a stripper, bro. She had the spot. It's called the teddy bear. She had the teddy bear right now, dog. Just eating up something, right?
Oh my!
And I was like, hell no, bro. And I gave her a pass with O'Shea. You know what I mean? And she was like, he's like, dog, you might as well give her a pass on a couple more. Cause she ain't coming back to about 3 or 4 tonight, I promise you. And I was sitting there, then I kept looking, and then when she finally came back, she leaned in and said, "Hey, babe, how you doing?" She tried to give me a kiss. I said, "Not with your mouth," right? And then I was like, "I think it's kind of messed up that you lying. If you tricking, just tell me you tricking." "I ain't tricking, blah, blah, blah." I said, "Everybody know you trick." You know what I mean? It's crazy. I asked you to do trick in the beginning. You told me no.
She probably wasn't tricking.
She was. So
where is the heartbreak lesson?
I didn't have a heartbreak. I had a lesson that when you put your heart in something, you can't expect for everybody to treat your heart the same way you're trying to protect theirs and things like that. But she thought it was going to hurt me. She thought I was hurt. I said, "I'm not hurt. I'm bothered that you lied to me more so than the act." And I probably never seen her again after I spent the night because I ain't had no place to stay at that time because I just thought they
Sean P said, "Sounds like a Players Club movie."
Say at the end of the day.
No, but seriously,
I'm in love with a stripper.
I fell in love with a stripper.
And you never got your heart broken.
That's wild work.
So you have never had your heart broken in life?
Yes.
Not with your mom. I'm talking about from a woman.
Yes, from a woman when I thought the child was mine.
Okay, so that broke your heart.
Yeah,
okay.
That was it.
But you were older.
Yes.
So you didn't experience like heartbreak from like young love.
No, because the person my young love was the person who child I thought was mine.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you have. So that's one.
So that was all wrapped up.
So you haven't
in
had
one.
another one. I truly believe me. I only have 2 heartbreaks in them.
And before we say fuck it.
No, I just think y'all only have 2 heartbreaks. Like y'all had y'all little first one. Most of them trying to have it a little younger, but then y'all go through y'all little phase, and then if y'all get one more, y'all going over the cliff.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah, I feel like y'all only get over 2. It's over.
Sean P. doing something like a Players Club.
Now us, we get 15,000.
20.
That's.
But we bounce back faster.
Y'all do not.
Yes, we do. If a man and a woman were to break up, okay, give it a month. She gonna be good after a month. He gonna still be somewhere under the cover.
She may appear good.
She may appear good. She's not good, especially if he.
Well, I don't know.
Especially
she may appear good, but
I've had my heart broken. It took me a minute.
that's what I'm saying.
I said me. That's because I was in love. Now these other women, I can't speak for them.
Listen,
because I know some women that be in love for 1 minute and the next they go.
It's
that's
tough.
because
they wasn't in love.
It's tough, and it's even more tough when you love harder.
Yeah,
because then you like, dang, I really liked you for real.
So
that's why I say all the time, you put your trust.
So were you so heartbroken? Did you eat? Did you lose an appetite?
I know I ate, but it was.
So you wasn't heartbroken. You were just hurting.
Because I never have an appetite.
That goes within the same. That goes within the same.
No, a heartbreak and hurting is 2 different things, baby.
Well, you about to tell me how I hurt?
No,
Listen,
I'm about to tell
when
you,
my heart was broke, I didn't eat.
I'm telling you, a heartbreak don't even allow you to be nauseated.
Mm-hmm. You can't sleep.
You can't sleep. You Shanny get your. And Shanny, I know you get your motherfucking sleep. Shanny don't give a shit. Shanny be like this.
I mean, just at the mention of anything, you just break down and cry.
Listen.
I think he was just hurt.
Oh my God.
I think Shani was just hurt. I don't think she was heartbroken.
Shani wasn't heartbroken. Shani just hurt.
Shani was just hurt.
Yeah, she was
a heartbreak is something like you can't breathe.
I was both.
No.
I was.
No, you're not.
I'm talking about like you heard the Mary J. Blige, I'm going down.
Yeah.
That's a heartbreak.
So was this after the first heartbreak?
This was the first heartbreak.
So this was the first one.
I was going down.
Shani, how you walk towards the door and you just grab it and you just start sliding down the door. That's a heartbreak. Hurting you just open the door.
I think my first heartbreak was I guess more so hurt because I didn't understand.
On the topic, but y'all missed that part.
Yeah, because I didn't.
It still goes into the happily ever after.
I didn't understand why, and I guess once I gained an understanding of why, it made sense, and then I was like, okay.
Well, I would say this.
I didn't have a bad breakup, but it was a breakup.
My heartbreak was.
It wasn't a bad breakup at all, but it was a.
I mean, here's the thing: I never stopped eating over something. Now did I cry? Yes. Was I up because I was mad? Yes.
Oh, I was hurt.
Shani, you still wasn't hurt yet.
Listen,
I've been hurt,
baby. You wasn't hurt.
I'm hurt.
I was sick to my
you
stomach.
Was hurt, but you didn't have no heart. You ain't had no
I was sick to my stomach.
Well, that was bad enough for me. I was heartbroken.
Baby, it get worse.
The sad part is that it didn't involve cheating. It didn't involve nothing. It just simply involved growth.
I'm about to say it was your fault.
It wasn't. So it was healthy.
No.
Yeah.
It was one of those things. He broke up with me because I was moving on. Mm-hmm. So it was one of those things.
Now that's tough. Now that'll make me cry because I didn't want to do this. But I gotta do this.
It was one of those heartbreaks. Like what?
That's a tough one.
Nothing going bad. It was just we was going together. Separate. Yeah.
Well, evidently you didn't. The whole truth.
But when I came back, because we tried to rekindle, I had moved on for real. I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. Yeah.
Shout out to the women who try to rekindle by getting on top. Listen, so over.
I support everybody's views.
Listen, I don't understand. I'm in support with Shani.
You see, and I support everybody's views on the show. So
hey, listen. One of the best things I tell people to do: make up sex or try to get back with sex is something kind of different.
Well, it is because I got a point to prove.
Toxic.
No, I just got a point to prove at this time.
You got a point to prove.
Yeah, I got a point to prove.
Oh no, nigga, you ain't going nowhere.
Hey, look, I tell them
I'm so glad they didn't see the R.
I'm so glad they didn't see the other part.
You see,
they're like, it's a blackout.
Listen, I think that everybody should do a show on that. Not this show, but somebody should do a show on
this
show.
Hey, listen, I'm about to put something out there. If anybody want to be a sponsor or have a logo on our new table, our Rise and Grind tablecloth, let me know. It's only $75 for your logo to be on there. We start making appearances. We are going to be at the Detroit Coffee Lodge on 19th and the 20th. So we going live from Detroit Coffee Lodge. Check us out. That's a Tika spot.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a lot of coffee, danishes and shit going on. So come on.
I'm getting tea.
You getting tea? And I think they're gonna have a slushy machine together.
I'm getting a slush.
Oh, that's so nice.
I think the soups is gonna be gone. I told them they can still serve soup during the summer.
Yeah, because you would be the one that'll eat it. What's my crackers?
And the crackers and
I ain't
soup.
trying to be hot.
So y'all don't like to eat soup in the summer?
I do.
Because I will.
Because it's a place called Zoop's. I love Zoop's.
I like soup all year round though.
Because while I'm eating it, I'm getting hot.
Shout out to Shani. Shani is making a step going forward and bettering her health, and me too. So
I'm trying.
Today
I'm happy for y'all.
I didn't get no drink.
No sugar. That's what's up.
I keep telling y'all drink water.
Drink water. Water is good, but no, I'm gonna tell you it's even better.
You gotta get alkaline.
Fruit is always better.
Yeah.
Well, fruit still has a lot of sugar too, so you have to be careful.
But it's still natural sugar.
Yeah, but according to the doctors, it's still sugar.
The hell with doctors. I'm talking about what nutritionists say.
Them too.
Yeah.
No, because they saying like when you eat the fruit and all that, that's raising your sugar level and all that nonsense.
If you got diabetes, and they say fruits with no seeds is the one to raise your.
Well, baby, I'm drinking water, but I'm gonna eat a seedless grape.
I need seedless.
Okay, what you're saying?
Shanny,
I don't want to have to.
But I'm gonna eat a seedless grape.
Shanny, first of all, you in good shape.
That's what I typically do.
What?
Brittany.
Yeah.
That.
What is that? That you spitting out seeds?
Yes.
It's so unladylike.
It is, and that's why
Can you
I don't
imagine
like
if I had seed grapes on here?
Like, you
no. They gonna be like, "Wish she." Never mind. I was about to say something, but I decided not to because that was gonna set myself up for the worst thing in the whole entire world.
I mean, I was
And
like,
you knew he was
swallow.
coming.
I was gonna say yes. Swallow.
Like I was about to set myself up, so I'm not
And
even
you
gonna
knew-
say
you
it. That's why I'm like,
knew
let
it
me
was
just shut up.
There's nothing wrong with.
But
you
I'm just
swallowing
saying,
seeds.
if I'm eating my grapes and there's a seed,
Swallow.
no,
because it's like it's not like why? Like why would you?
But
do
there's
that?
nothing wrong with swallowing seeds. I just don't like grape seeds.
I told you.
Please.
Told you.
No, I'm saying
It's
no.
other seeds out
Because
there.
watermelon, you can eat the seeds, and the reason why I say that helps with women who wants to be
Fertile.
Yeah,
that's great.
I'm listening to your voice.
That's
Fertile.
great.
It helps with fertility.
That's fine. Let them multiply. Me, I don't like watermelon. It tastes like watered down sugar water.
But in all honesty, like eating the seeds from fruit does help with fertility.
heavy on the fruit.
Because you was about to take it somewhere.
That was
That
an example.
You wanted to go there with it. I wasn't.
No, you did.
No,
You
Brittany.
See, like that's not what I meant.
When women, I ain't say you
Sunflower seeds, all seeds are good. Seeds are
I ain't
good.
say it's babysitting. I just said seeds.
No, seeds are good for you.
Yeah,
Sunflower is good. Yeah.
Sunflower roasted.
And the ranch.
I don't like them
The
roasted.
ranch.
I love them
I like a little salt on mine. That's about the only
Yeah.
salt I'm going to eat is on the sunflower seeds.
Yeah, I love.
Seeds are good. I just don't want them in my
Ladies, you hear that?
Miles,
What?
we talking about seeds from fruit.
So they can be fertile for fertility.
You mess me up. You got me acting like I know what I'm talking about. Fertile.
I don't know which
I'm over here
F
talking
word
some
we
fruit.
using. What F word are we using?
Not that one.
Who is David Burnell Jr.?
I don't know. Calvin put it in there, and I don't know what he's thinking, but he's thinking something.
I think he's trying to say Calvin Burnell is made for you, Brittany.
I think David. I think that's what he tagged David for because he's talking about fruit.
Well, I mean, but you gotta remember we are a minute and a half ahead.
Yeah.
To save you, David.
I try to save it, David.
I don't know.
Well, again,
Men need to eat fruit anyway because women like when we eat fruit.
Please. I feel like everybody should eat fruit. I feel like
what does that do for men?
I feel like everybody should eat fruit.
Stop. The same thing with pineapples do for women.
I don't know what they do.
You are lying, Brittany. Brittany knows you lying.
What do they do?
Anyway, so it tastes good. It just tastes better for y'all. It just tastes a lot better for y'all. I feel like that y'all don't mind swallowing the seed.
Longer life expectancy.
Right there you go. Y'all don't mind swallowing the seed. Yeah. Brittany, Brittany, like shit. You got me.
I didn't say
Because at the end of the day,
I eat my fruit, so I don't know what y'all have.
So she can be frugal. Shout out for being frugal. Hey, y'all, listen. Today we're having a good time. Don't forget to give us a call at 810-560-0658.
I can't stand Miles.
810-560-0658.
Frugal. Frugal.
Well, life is very frugal over
Be
here.
frugal and multiply.
Listen. I meant it's fruitful.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what it is. Fruitful.
Yeah, very fruitful.
But
why
yeah.
she ain't like a little midget, like she one of the little people?
You should definitely eat your fruit and vegetables
Shandy,
and drink
please
water.
don't go no higher. I swear to God, you gonna kill him.
Shit, I be worried about Shandy.
She'll suffocate the camera.
Listen, I be so worried about Shandy. I don't know what to do with myself.
Oh my goodness.
Especially after today's conversation.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I am so worried about
I'm
her.
not hurt. I had heartbreak.
She talks. I ain't ever gonna stop eating over nothing. Like,
Okay, no,
girl.
that we took it too far there.
So
But
so
that's how I'm
fast.
gonna think on an empty stomach.
So
That's the thing.
I gotta think about my master
when
plan.
you have a heartbreak, you don't want to think
about nothing.
nothing. Like I just want to stay in this slumber as long as I can because I'm so heartbroken.
It'd be so funny. They'd be like, it's quite delusional to act like you hurt when you was like doing your shenanigans too.
Oh, I wasn't doing no shenanigans. I told you my breakup hurt because wasn't nothing bad happening.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm gonna let them talk because that's what they do. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's okay to be hurt.
Miles, Don't try to act like you're not in this conversation.
Stand your hurt. Lean up.
Sorry, there you go.
Looking sloppy.
Shut your ass up.
Lean up.
Lean back.
Well, listen, I do believe happily ever after can happen.
I do.
So I don't really care what.
I'm my happily ever after.
Well, I'm happy.
So you just waiting on that ever after?
You happy after what? After what?
Oh, he said he was tagging a. Oh, okay. All right, Calvin. All right, whatever that means.
She gave an example. He gave an example.
No, he said he was tagging the sponsor, David Purnell Jr.
Oh, that's what's up. Thank you, David. I mean,
Calvin, that's what he was doing.
Thank y'all.
Because my type of sponsor is not the same sponsor that Miles looking for.
Shout out to dang, was that Latoya? I think it was.
I don't know. I'm a rich nigga. Girl, that's nice. Okay. I'm just
when she's like, I got myself a sponsor. I think that was her.
Who? I thought that was Tierra Marie.
It might have been one of them, but sponsor.
Child, I ain't hardly look for that sponsor because they too much work.
She made it seem like it was a good thing.
Yeah.
Who?
I think it was Tierra Marie.
Yeah.
It's a song for like sponsor. For a woman having a sponsor. But I think it's just too much.
Was it have a sponsor?
I'm gonna just go with my happy ever after.
I wouldn't want to call him a sponsor because, yeah, he's just gonna be my husband.
That was cute. Whoever your husband, according to Calvin, your husband's gonna be an alien.
That's fine because if he's not from this planet, we'll understand each other better. So I'm okay with that.
What planet he gonna be from?
I figure it out.
Miles, do you hear this?
Yes.
Is it real?
No.
Well, he'll be able to understand me. I think that's
Shani. We don't understand
exactly because y'all from here,
but you don't understand you.
Shani,
maybe he can help me better.
No, he can't. He gonna say, "Eek orc."
And I'm be like, "Babe, I can't even do that. Teach me."
Miles, I think when Shani does get her significant other, I think we're gonna have to do a real hard vet.
Yes.
Like I think that we're really gonna have to vet him very well. Because
y'all gonna ask him 21 questions.
No, because
I gotta make sure.
All these questions.
I gotta make sure he's sane.
Yeah, we don't
to
want
be
him,
bothered with you
because we don't want him beating on you.
Oh yeah, no, I've never. Thank God. On a serious note, I've never went through any type of
an abusive.
Yeah.
What about emotional abuse?
Dang, emotional.
I think majority of all women go through emotional abuse. And it's because
I'll get back to you. If it wasn't bad, like it wasn't horrible.
So it was abuse. It just wasn't bad abuse, is what you're saying.
I went emotional.
Miles, why do you think all women go through emotional abuse?
I wouldn't necessarily say emotional abuse.
Here's why I believe so, because all women.
Because I'm an emotional person, yes, so I show my emotions, but I don't think that it was like an emotional abuse.
Well,
him playing with your emotions and saying things about you.
Well, that's inevitable.
No, that's not true.
That's definitely not true.
No, it's inevitable.
Okay.
I feel like guys is gonna play regardless. Now, how far they play is a thing, but guys gonna play just how girls gonna play.
Yeah, but women and guys play two different ways.
That's true. That's what I said. Depending on how they play.
But I feel like guys playing because they trying to get the panties.
Well, not only that, but guys manipulate the keep. Women manipulate the sweep. And here's what.
Wait, you said men manipulate to keep?
Yeah.
And we manipulate to sweep.
Yeah.
What are we sweeping
out of there?
Sweep them out, yeah. Because here's one thing about women. Is if women don't
well, if I'm sweeping you out, why would I want to manipulate you?
Wait a minute, I'm gonna show you. Guys don't get women for what a woman can do for them, right? Women do, and then when a woman cannot get the person that can fully do it, they'll find someone else, and they keep doing it until that 1 to 5 persons can equal up to the one that they really need.
I ain't sweeping nobody.
No, I mean you might say that, but when I say sweep, I mean women will date multiple men. Men would not date multiple women in most cases.
At what age?
At any age.
That's a lie.
First of all, we don't have the money to. We don't have the finances to.
Here we go.
We just don't. It's hard to date 3 to 5 women.
That's a lie.
Y'all just don't have the time, attention span, or conversation.
Or
it don't have anything to
Men
do
are
with
definitely
the
dating.
Money.
Men are dating at
Because
least.
most of the guys don't even plan dates. They just want to be like, hey, can you just go meet somewhere?
I said men are dating at least 2 women.
But women can date 4 to 5 men at a time. Easy. Yeah.
Men can do the same.
We cannot. We don't have the money to. We don't have the money to.
I would say y'all dating. I would say that they're dating at least 2 women, and not doing that. I'm saying they're dating at least 2 women.
And I can agree with. So what I'm saying is, Shani, why you saying like you don't have to spend money? You do.
You really okay?
When you go out to eat,
Shani, you already don't want no dude to Netflix and chill with you, so he got to spend money.
Not on the first time, no. Because and I'm paying for the Netflix account. Not on the first time.
How about on the second time?
Not on the second one either. I have to see.
So let me explain.
Because the first one is great.
I'm about to go to sleep. Listen, what I'm trying to tell you is, Shani, you're capping. I'm talking about like real
It didn't even sound right when he said it. Go on.
You're capping like a fitted. When it comes down to it, a man got to have a car with you, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm about to show you all the things that he needs.
But outside of me, don't he got to get where he needs to go on a daily? This is outside of me.
He might catch the bus or ride a bike.
At what age?
Thank you. Like, come on. Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
See, this is the problem.
Listen, I understand what you're saying. Yes, we can date multiple men at one time, but I still believe that men date at least 2 women,
and I agree,
or more.
And I'm agree with you. And I will say this: if a man date more than 3 women, right, on the average, on just spending funds, he's going to spend at least $150 to $200 just on dating, fast food and beverage. Can you agree?
Especially if you're in Michigan.
Especially in Michigan.
And that's cheap.
And that's cheap.
Well, stop going out to eat.
What else? What
else is he gonna do with her?
The weather is breaking.
I can tell you right now. I agree with that, Miles.
You have the river walk free.
But you gotta get snacks. You gotta get some water.
But
you gotta
eat before you come. You trying to get to know this person, like
Shani, you
I don't know.
You're not realistic, sweetie.
I am realistic because I've seen it happen. I've lived a life to where.
Hold on, I'm about to. So,
I need an example.
No.
I need an example to get in. Go ahead.
So give me one of your best dates.
One of my best dates.
Give me one of your best dates.
We decided to do a picnic in the backyard, and we was in the pool. Once we got out the pool, we had our cooler with our drinks in it. We had a hot and ready. We had the blankets. We had the cards. We had the coloring books, special kind, but the coloring books, and we had a vibe. We were listening to music. It didn't. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a lot of money. It wasn't. It wasn't a lot of money. That was probably one of the best. Because it was just time spent, and we made, and we no, and we made a whole day out of it.
So give me your best day out.
My best day out, of course, it would have to be a restaurant. No. No. It was a nice restaurant, but you said the best for me, and that brings me to my point. I don't have to go to a 5-star restaurant.
Shani,
having time spent and planning, it's not.
So Miles, I understand what you're saying.
It's not for me. It don't have to be all of that.
Shani, you're lying.
I'm not lying.
Well, I put like this: you are delusional. Here's why.
How am I delusional? Because it doesn't take much for me to enjoy a good day.
Right now, Shani.
What do you mean right now, Miles?
Shani, how often do you go out?
By myself or with other people?
On a date.
I don't go that often now.
Okay. When you were dating, how often?
I went pretty frequent.
Did you frequent in the backyard or was it picnic?
No, it was different kinds. You asked me what was one of my favorite ones.
No, she asked you because I wouldn't ask you that.
Well, same difference. It was one of my favorite ones, and I gave that, and I gave why.
She gave a delusional answer.
No,
it wasn't delusional.
She gave the most hallmark moments you could fucking get.
Very delusional.
Because that's what it does
Shannon,
for me.
I get it, and it does it for then. What happens is if a person treats you like that all the time, you will be fucked up.
I'm not saying do that every time. However, what I'm saying is, especially in the beginning, I wouldn't mind just going little places because I'm trying to get to know
Shannon,
the person.
Do you understand why people smoke crack? I'm gonna ask you.
Because they need something a little stronger than weed.
No.
They look for their first high.
They're looking for their first high again.
They need something a little bit stronger than the drug.
No, not strong, but looking for that same thing. So,
and you're not going to get it.
So you're looking for the same. You're looking for another motherfucker to take you in the backyard, get you a hot and ready with extra parm and garlic. Right?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I was just giving an example of what I mean by a date does not have to cost $150 to $200 each time. And it doesn't have to necessarily always require sitting down at a restaurant across from each other and having.
Okay, so how many picnics you gonna fucking have in a month?
Picnics is not the only thing that you can do. That's one of the things that maybe you can incorporate.
Give me something else. Come on now.
It depends on whatever a person likes.
Give me something.
You just haven't been on a lot of dates. That's
it depends on what a person likes.
Shannon.
That's all.
You're breaking my fucking heart.
Don't. I'm just saying it really depends on what you like. A date doesn't have to be expensive. For me, it's really the time spent. Really.
You're breaking my fucking heart.
My heart is broken.
It's the time spent for me.
Jeez.
Not necessarily.
So what happens when you be too busy to spend any time with somebody? What would be your most romantic moment you can have with a person? When you're too busy, when you're not 40 but you're working 60 hours a week, what can you do or he can do the romantic that will tickle your fancy?
At that point, we'll talk about something to me in the middle. If we that busy, we're gonna make time.
They want to say. I said like what? Because
it could be an ample amount of things that you can do. At this point, if y'all really get into the point of dating, y'all can really do like a little pain and sip situation together, and not like it could be a plethora of opportunities.
You talking about a relationship at this point? He's talking about dating.
Okay, but are you not dating with purpose?
No, you're going out. When you're in a relationship, you're going out. He's talking about dating.
I'm just saying.
There's a difference.
Dating, but you're dating with a purpose. Essentially, you're dating to what? Be with this person?
No, you're going out with the person. You're now with the person when you start doing stuff like that. He's talking about dates. That's what he's talking about, dates.
So, Shannon, here's what you know what?
He's talking about dates.
Mm-hmm.
This is why shit is a dream.
It's not a dream. It may be a dream for y'all.
Has it happened?
Has what I said? Yes. Where you think I'm getting this from? You think I'm just saying this and I haven't did it? Mm-hmm. I got the stuff at my house right now.
Were you in a relationship?
Like, my God.
Were you in a relationship?
She had the little picnic basket. Hey, boo boo.
No, it wasn't a basket. I said that. Anyway, these are things that you can very much do. Everything doesn't have to be an expensive date. I'm just saying that's why a lot of people feeling how they feeling now. Because they are spending $150 to $200 every time they go.
I've gone on expensive dates and I've gone on cheap dates, and I agree. The man spends money, regardless if it's an expensive date or a cheap date.
And him dating 2 women or 3 is going to be ridiculous.
I think it's going to be ridiculous. I think it depends on his occupation as well.
And a woman don't have to spend a dime.
But I still believe that a certain man is usually probably dating 2 women.
2 women.
And I think because he's trying to figure out which one he wants. So I will say, I think the average man probably dates 2 women.
Listen, back in the day, I realized I had a friend. She's a very beautiful person, right? And we had relations. That was my homie. And due to the fact, I understand why her man cheated on her.
Why?
Because sexually she was boring. Like she go, 8, 9, then you like,
She did that one.
Yeah, but I understand that her doggy style is ridiculous. She do the hunchback. You know what I mean? It's like you gotta arch that back up. You know what I mean? Anyway, she asked me. She said, "Why you think?" She asked me, "Why do I think men cheat on her?" I said, "Because your sex is boring."
Ooh, was it that boring?
I mean, it was. It really was. Her head game was cool, but her sex was boring. I tell women all the time, if a man don't feel like he pleasing you, it don't pleases him.
If he don't feel like he
pleasing you, he's not pleased. And when a man
women shouldn't be lying.
And then and then when a man starts feeling like he's sexually inferior, he go limp and all kind of stuff.
Wait, what?
Yeah, when a man feels sexually inferior, he begin to lose his drive during that. Like if we don't hear,
well, that means don't do it.
But there you go. If a man don't hear that many moans, he out there.
Well, at some point, the brother got to look at what he doing.
A man will fake an orgasm. A man will fake an orgasm real quick, especially if we got a condom. Ooh.
Never mind.
Well, go ahead. No, say it.
No,
we here now.
Yeah, say it. What you about to say?
No.
We here now.
No, because then it would be a whole bunch of follow up and questions.
I feel like that's why you need to
yeah.
I ain't ready for that right now.
Communication is a big factor in that.
It is. You have to. It's 11 talk through it. It's 11:11.
Should have said you gotta talk through it.
Oh, it's 11:11.
I'm sorry. Okay. I don't know how I want to say this without.
It's no good way to say it.
It's no good way to say it.
It's gonna work for me to just say it.
Listen, communication is something you gotta talk.
Yeah. However you decide to do
that. But I think you should talk, men and women.
Yeah.
You have to talk.
A good time, not a long time.
Yeah, because if what Miles says is true. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry for a lot of people.
Well, you do have to talk, and those are the hard conversations.
What they say,
don't want to have.
They say like the average woman really doesn't orgasm until like hitting into her 40s.
That's the thing.
That's if, but see, because she's not trained to love herself. She trained to concentrate on a man.
You think that's what she's trying to do?
Most definitely, please.
I think you should. I think. If y'all are into pleasing each other, that makes it better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but most people that have sex partners or into having sex with somebody.
I think there's a lot of selfish people that's out here. That's why that's why relationships are where they are, because people just having relations, they not having relationships.
And without no ship, you can't sail nowhere.
So that's why I think people just out here having meaningless sex.
Yes.
And that's why ain't everybody just being selfish.
I mean, even if you have meaningless sex, but at least have some meaning for those 2 or 3 hours that y'all together.
Nah.
Yeah.
I just think people just having meaningless.
But I'm gonna need more after that. Like it can't just be for.
I ain't say as I said during the process.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's the Delulu again.
No, it's not Delulu. That's
it
for
is.
You. I don't know. That's why I don't mean.
Well, I think. Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right when you say women are into pleasing. They're trained to please men.
Trained to please men because listen. One time this young lady said, "We've been doing it for like 2 hours. My pussy trash." I'm like, "No, I'm enjoying myself to see you being fulfilled." You know what I mean? And women be hard on themselves.
Wait a minute, 2 hours.
Oh.
Because they, man.
I mean, my stamina is ridiculous.
So, no, I don't want to hear that. But
he's like, please.
I have one question, but so you think going that amount means that you're enjoying yourself?
No. When I'm doing it, I'm enjoying myself. She enjoying herself because she's still having orgasms. However, I'm just one of those type of people. I'm a pleaser. You know what I mean? I believe a woman should get hers before you get yours.
Well, a woman can also get it multiple times too.
I know.
Yeah.
So. I make them count them off. No, we can't.
No, they cannot.
No.
Jenny, who are you talking to?
I mean, wait a minute. I get what she's saying.
They can, but
I
not.
Can. I know I can.
Not. They need to re-up.
No.
You ain't got to re-up.
Hold on, listen.
It's true to a certain extent.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got that conversation. thought you took a time from
I had 3 explosions in 2.5, 3 hours sometimes.
So okay, but back to I don't want to hear you. But you were saying that.
So men,
like,
no, because you said
she with the visual.
No, because you said that the woman thought that she was trash.
Yeah, because most women think that coochie is the thing. And,
well, see, here's the thing. I think it all goes down to being able to control it.
Well, it's all mental.
I feel like a lot of younger dudes, they may be happy that it's happening, and they may, be very anxious.
We talking about something totally different.
No.
Yeah,
we're talking about that.
She just don't say the right words. Right? She just dancing around the prairie.
Yeah, because I'm talking about
get where I'm at.
No, because he was saying that women are harder on themselves when it comes to that.
Yes,
right.
So
because it lasts long.
No,
right?
Now you fucking up.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm saying women.
No, he said women are harder on themselves when it comes to sex.
Yeah, when a man don't come quick.
If a man doesn't come fast,
so it takes long.
That's all she's saying. Her long. That's all she
wanted to say. But you're basically saying that's not the case.
Not the case.
So you're saying that women should be more graceful on themselves?
Yes, definitely. And most men are pleasers. If you meet a selfish lover with a man, it's because he have situations going on with himself.
Gotcha.
I never been the type of person like show a woman what I have in order to get what I want.
But how did a woman? Okay, so you just said men can lie too.
Yeah, they
so
can.
How does the woman know if you're lying?
Well, a man won't really get into the lying part until you get older, knowing that the sex is just not. He's not feeling her sexually. So sometimes a man can feel a woman mentally before he feel her sexually. When he had the sex,
that's how it should be.
Because sometimes the sex don't match up to the mental.
Oh, for the men.
For the men, for sure.
That makes sense.
Because I think for us, that's what make things add up. The mental part.
Yeah, but but your mental part
it's a different type of mental.
It'd be mixed with toxicity, his swag, and all the other shit. With us, we
like the aggression part.
Yeah,
but y'all look at that stuff too.
No, we don't.
Because y'all get the physical psyche of everything.
Here's the thing.
So I know you can't speak for all men, but the experience of each woman is different for every man.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And a man would know the difference. A male would not.
So would the man still be pleased?
It depends on how much he cared for her.
Gotcha.
Because a man wants...
That makes sense.
Like, I'm a pure pleaser. Like, I'm going to make sure you get yours before I even get near close to mine.
But does that affect you?
No.
Because you're a pleaser.
It just makes me a better lover. It's nothing like knowing...
I think I understand what you're saying. So like a man can be... Okay, so if he's a man that pleases, he can still be satisfied sexually.
I think
to that woman.
At that point, he's doing it for him. So he's taking...
I said, so if a man is a pleaser, right? Mm-hmm. And he makes sure she gets hers before he gets his. And what if she's not doing the same thing? He can still be satisfied?
Yeah, most women...
that's very interesting.
Most women... people got to realize, women will talk shit, but women don't put a lot of work into the sexual experience with somebody that they like a lot. You know what I mean? Or that they love.
I can see that.
Because they want to be made love to and they want to feel like they're wanted.
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
However, a man would never put himself in a position to put his all into a woman he don't care about. Like a man would do disrespectful things to a woman that he care less about. Now, if a woman, if he loved that woman and she asked for it, he'd give it to her. But he would
be respectful as far as
very respectful.
Wow. So then so if he cared for her and cared about all of those things, he would basically not get that pleasing part because he wants to please her.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all do sacrifice.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
I mean, like that's a lot.
I mean, it is because.
So how does she know if he's sexually satisfied?
Most men are not. Don't exactly. And the majority thing, if we come, women just believe that we satisfied. And then if we don't, when we leave that bed, for most men,
that's interesting.
That's very interesting.
That would be a big indicator.
Now I'm interested in exploring
Look, now,
this topic.
because you ain't really. Did you really like?
That's why I asked when I said, "Did you come?" And they be like, "Yes." And then some majority of my time, if I make them come 3-4 times, I make them come 5-6 times.
But why do you ask that question? Don't you know?
No, because the women.
And that's interesting because I be feeling like, shouldn't that be a thing?
Yeah.
But like how you just asked, like, how will we know if they don't?
Exactly.
So
So
I guess
I'm gonna show you this. And women, y'all come different in different positions, in different in different mind states while y'all doing it. If y'all could think, if most women in the beginning think it's something they have to be aroused in a way that most men don't know how to arouse.
Most men don't know how to arouse women.
Exactly. But when they find that spot, a woman say, keep it right there, then we'll fuck around, get tired, be like, oh man, y'all be pissed. I'm like, God damn it. Like, why did you? Right. I was right. And so with that being said,
that is wild.
But most men, see me, I pay attention, so
that's
in my book, I wrote, first you have to listen to her body. If you listen to a woman's body, her body will tell you everything you need to know. Like, this is how I know.
But it ain't the same for men.
Well, for men, we can tell when women been with other men. And
I'm saying, like, is it something that y'all can give off that let us know?
No. Only because the problem with most women.
I mean, even if they limp.
Hold on.
Not that I had that problem.
No, men, but men and women.
I don't know.
But I'm a sapisexual, so my chick can go limp because I'm thinking about the wrong thing at the wrong time.
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
But why are you not present in the moment?
Because
doesn't that equate to it?
No,
because if you
so your arousal is different than
definitely because listen, hey y'all,
we need to explore this topic.
No, seriously, because why ain't you there?
I'm about to ask you a question.
If we there,
have you ever had sex while the TV was going?
Turn that off, please.
Have you?
Turn it
well,
off.
Brittany ain't gonna say, but Brittany,
my private life is
it's a distraction.
Hold on, no, I'm gonna say something. Then the AIDS commercial come on.
Yeah, no, turn it off because why would that come on?
I know
right
what you're
now?
saying.
I'm saying, listen, I'm trying to explain.
It's a different mental thing.
And then there's be certain things like if a woman did something to you that she not normally do. Then that Chris Brown record would jump in. Did you show that nigga the tricks that I showed you?
Don't worry about it at this point.
What did you just hit you when I talked to you?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it because we supposed to be with each other for 40, 50, 60 years. You mean I can't?
So I'm going to say this and then
bring nothing new out
I'm going to say this and we might have to table this and re-talk about it. I mean, re-bring this up, explore it. There was a guy that I saw on a podcast, and he was saying that he does not believe any woman can be trash in bed.
I mean, they
and
can
the reason
be,
why he said that
they can be if the man don't have no respect for him. But
okay, so
it depends on a man.
He cleared it up a little bit, but the reason why is because he said he is in control of everything.
Exactly.
So he said her body, her everything. So he was like, a woman can't be trash to him, like, right? Because he was saying that he's in control of everything.
And
technically,
he's 99.
He's not wrong.
He's 99% right. The only problem I have,
that's not true.
The only problem I have when I'm not in control is the fact when a woman's like, okay, that's enough. That irks me because you ask for a man who can last longer.
Gotcha.
Who is stronger. And then you get him. Now it's, okay, that's enough. So I'm like this. I'm okay. I'll make you tap out then. Tap out. Because if you don't tap out.
But did that mean that you still were pleased or no?
Listen, here's the one thing. The party is about being by you being in control, you always please because you're in control.
Gotcha.
The only place where a man is going to be the most dominant and the most truthful in his whole life is when he's in that process of having sex, because he has 100% control over a woman. I mean, you could talk to a woman any kind of way, anything you want to do to her, it can be done, but you can't do that shit when you're not having sex.
That's true.
That's so much true. And so people don't understand the names you can call a woman is incredible while having sex. Ain't that right, y'all? I love the way Brittany was like, I'm on my phone on my thesaurus.
I think this is really interesting.
Going to my encyclopedia. But yeah.
I think this is a very interesting topic.
I would like to have more women who can engage in the conversation.
Yeah, because I don't feel like I'm the one for the conversation, but I'm the one that will listen.
You definitely got questions.
I have questions, yeah. I mean, because it's just interesting that you say that, because like I said, I have male cousins and male friends and vice versa with female friends and stuff like that. So like when you hear people have these conversations and their stories, it's like, really?
I mean,
really?
People always ask me, Miles, you lying, or tell me I'm lying, or say, Miles, you telling the truth, and then they find out I was telling the truth. They were like, are you fucking for real?
But it's just interesting that you say that, because you was like, as women, we believe that men are like aroused all the time.
No,
and that's not really true. No. Basically, like what you just said, that's not really true. That's why I said it's an interesting topic, because we think like whatever we do, they turned on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why women look at shit. I feel like that's why women feel like they don't really have to put work in, because the world makes it seem like
then that's where they lose.
We could show you can show a little thigh meat, and then boom, and that's not true.
That's not true at fucking all.
So that's why I said I would like to explore this topic.
The question I'll ask offline.
It was the time I walked through the titty bar. We was in there for like 3.5 hours. I did not get aroused not one time.
And I think so. Like, that's the mess. That's the psyche.
Because I'm asking. Been doing it all day. So
I'm embarrassing myself all day. I'm about to go ahead and embarrass myself.
But if it happens, why did it happen?
What you mean?
I think his mind went somewhere.
So here's me, seriously, in the strip club.
But see, no, not in the strip club. I'm talking about
Nicole Love said tap out is super pleasing.
Nicole Love know about it.
Listen, so
Nicole Love know about it.
So for me, it's because men mind go somewhere.
Yeah,
but
and because y'all are like visual.
Most definitely.
So even if it happens around you, it may not be because of you. I find that hard to believe.
Identify that, what you just said, please.
So pretty much a man being around you and he get aroused, it doesn't have to mean it's for you or because of something that you did.
Yes and no. I say this.
We need to talk about this again.
Because that's the indicator that
I could be completely. I could be completely soft, but the right toot will make a brother shoot.
But see, and that's why you were saying women need to be not so hard on themselves, because that has happened to some women. Like you try to arouse and he's not aroused.
Exactly.
So like, what does that do for a woman? When it comes to her confident level, when it comes to that.
Like, example, if a woman give head and look at you while she giving head, that's a better turn on than
for a man.
For a man. Because to hear her moan while she giving head, that making a man believe that she at least like what she doing. And it
versus like
just doing it just because exactly.
Because it's a part of the process.
Just going, you be like, but she, and you're like, shit, okay. Right? Same thing with a guy. Just imagine a guy giving you head, then next thing you know, he's like, okay, I'm done. And you're like, what the fuck? I mean, looking pretty sad. I can't imagine it. But at the same time, we have to really realize I'm a pleaser flat out. I will make you come before I do easy.
So then that needs to be a class taught for young men then.
Well, you got to realize it don't come
young
with...
men, please go to the class.
No, I
feel most young men don't have the experience.
No, they don't. But I do think we need to explore the topic.
The bottom line is grow the fuck up.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like we need to explore the topic, because when you do talk to women,
thank you, audience.
A lot of women.
He's like, dang, thank
first
you.
of all, it should be explored, because a lot of women don't.
Is Dr. Sabrina coming on next?
Yes.
Okay. So.
A lot of women don't know their bodies.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they do experience different things, and I just think it's a topic that can be explored in a good way. Like, we don't have to make it something disgusting. But it could definitely be educational, because not like what you just said, which I kind of have an idea of what you said as far as like men, like we think that they're aroused by certain things, but there actually is something else. So like, I think that's something that we can explore, because some women don't know that. Like some women think they just being naked all the time just turns a man on.
Not at all. Lingerie.
I agree with Nicole. I always say that everything is mental.
Most definitely.
It's all mental.
I can say this. I've been with women before to where we might start at 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I look up motherfucking birds chirping. You know what I mean? And it's not a thing to where I just love pleasing a woman. I don't care what it is. I just love pleasing a woman. A woman that I'm with, I'm a pleaser. You know what I mean? It don't matter. And if I'm with her 9 times out of 10, she turn me on intellectually.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
So it is true that men can be with a woman that isn't necessarily always sexually pleasing to them, but she pleases them in other ways.
Man, let me tell you something. The best
so
thing,
that's sad.
Well, the best thing for me is, I ain't gonna lie, that I experienced in the past 3 years of my life. I never forget this. I was in the tub. My girl at the time, she knew I liked to read.
This is very educational.
my girl knew I liked to read, and she said I put my book down, but I went to go take a bath because I was tired.
Mm-hmm.
She came and sat on the toilet
and read with you.
And read
and that turned you on.
Oh my God.
Seeing.
That's the one.
right.
But I'm
because
saying it's interesting.
I think that's just, a person is paying attention to you. They actually see you.
Listen,
so again, it's mental.
It's all mental.
I mean, like I said, I get it, but women have to admit, a woman who don't admit that she dick drunk is a woman who gonna wind up getting her heart broke.
If she don't admit what?
That she's dick drunk.
What does that mean?
Meaning she dick whipped in the sense of she might love somebody else, but she loved the way
he make her feel. I just don't want you make me feel.
shout out to Nicole Love. I love En Vogue, her first album. Like I can play that album all the way through.
Why? Because it's like giving them something.
That song gonna do it every time.
To let him know.
No, not
this
like
love is real.
That was close. It was the other slow songs.
Listen, I believe
tell great stories.
But I definitely believe music is beautiful. But I think that
it is.
I think the man and the woman should definitely want to be pleasers.
Yeah, sure. I mean, but a woman,
because I feel like that should definitely. If you don't want to please your man, I don't know what type of woman you are.
I feel like this: a woman don't know what pleases a man in the beginning because a man. I'm being honest with you.
You just have to watch and pay attention.
Listen, I know men who don't like head, which is crazy as fuck to me. That is the weirdest shit. I think a man who don't like head, he's gay. I'm sorry.
Think so.
Or
I don't know.
Or thank you. Or he been molested a lot of times.
You know men like that?
I know about 4 or 5 men who don't like head, and they
do they give it?
They give head, but they don't be that good because they don't understand.
No,
because they said it. Yeah, man.
I want to get a girl.
Talk about the friend group.
So when it goes to that,
I swear,
then I would agree with you saying that those are people that don't like to please.
I mean, most men want to please, but
so you think most women don't?
Most women, no, they just think they sex is the pleasing part. Their servitude is not when their servitude is not into the sex, it's fucked.
Yeah, that's real sad for women.
So what they serving? Just your plate?
I mean, exactly right. They just trying to get a rib.
I think
and you gotta be on the grill.
So honestly, I really think that we should kind of explore the topic.
Well, our producer right here.
But it doesn't have to be, crazy sexual type of thing.
Right.
Like I think it could be an educational thing.
No,
but after razzle dazzle,
it definitely could be entertaining.
Yeah, because after razzle dazzle,
we should definitely redo this.
It could be enlightening, educational. And
uplifting.
Yeah, and I think, I really
uplifting. Get it up. Anyway, go ahead.
No, yeah. I really think that we should revisit this and talk about it longer because I do think that it is educational. Because you're right, there are some women that they don't do anything, and I be like, they say that they lazy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, for me, I think if you are lazy, then I don't think that you might not be attracted to your partner, or you just don't know what to do.
But here's the truth: it ain't really too much after a while that a woman is able to do.
Yeah, that's true.
But to get on top, because the whole thing is for most women, unless she giving head or something like that. But most women, they foreplay b-ball.
Dang.
Most women foreplay, they think it's just head. Sometimes you gotta learn how to kiss on that back. Kiss a man on his chest.
Okay. There's so much stuff that women.
Don't do.
Ladies, we gonna have to. Oh, God.
I'm not gonna lie.
But I think that goes into the pleasing part, right? Because I think I think to be a good lover, you have to want to be a pleaser, but
definitely.
you have to know what pleases your partner. So I think
That's
like
true.
if your partner say that they like something, you continue to do it.
Like, so a man has to remember there's over 6,283 spots on the clitoris to arouse a woman, and there's only 1,100 spots on a man's tip of his penis to get him aroused. So a woman have 5,000 more times ability of being aroused and getting stimulated than a man does.
But I think the bottom line just goes down to serving. Like you said, wanting to
servitude during sex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So people think
for both parties.
Definitely for knowing your partner's body is very important.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna
And
lie.
mental. I don't necessarily think that it's just the body part. I think it's the mental part too.
It's both. But once you understand a woman's body, the mental will follow. Or once you know her mental, you kind of once you know her mental, you don't have to worry about her physical. You feel me? Because she's going to let you know. There's women who could rub one out on you, just be on top of you and no insertion. There's women who could get aroused just by you hugging them and breathing them on the back of their neck.
Don't smell good.
Right. So
that's the double whammy.
But there's a method of sensuality called tantra. Once you get into tantra is all about breathing. And it's breathing while nude, and y'all entwined with each other. I'm sorry.
It is time for us to go.
Yeah.
Because Shani Shani Cameron went out.
Thank you. See, because
I think that I think we should just table it.
Yeah.
Well,
we
have the perfect producer that can bring it out with her freaky ass.
She is a Scorpio.
She is a Scorpio. I'm pretty sure she outlearned us on something.
Okay. So, well, you know, guys, thanks so much for tapping in. Happily Ever After is not a lie. Depends on who you do it with. Yeah, thank y'all for tapping into the Rise and Grind Morning Show. We gonna keep it rolling. We gonna keep it moving and grooving. Yeah, y'all go check out Broad Day. That's streaming on Tubi. Y'all, if y'all can't watch Forever on Netflix. Miles, you want to tell people where they can find you at? You just want to get up out of here?
You can find me at mdixon313 on Instagram. Go check out Daddy I Love Him. We doing the big campaign with Daddy I Love Him and Rise and Grind Morning Show, billboards, Fox 2 News, and also radio on WGPR. So check it out. Tell us if you heard it, and don't forget type in Tubi
Broad Day. And y'all qualify for the the Bluetooth glasses. All right, until next time, see y'all later. Peace. Thank y'all. Bye.
Rise and grind. Morning show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday. Great conversation, guest appearances. 'Cause you